And I'm Bobby.
And today we are playing a solo experience for the game Posthuman Saga. This is a game that we unboxed, I think, last week?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are going to show what a solo experience is like in the game, since it's vastly different from a normal game of Posthuman Saga. Now back to you, because I don't think I know enough about this game yet. In all honesty.
Alright, so for anybody who has seen Posthuman Saga played, most of the gameplay you're going to find out there is of a multiplayer experience. The multiplayer experience comes in two forms. You have the main competitive game, which is a free-for-all. So that is 2 to 4 players, and everybody plays in their own quadrant. We do have the map out, but the map is actually so big that we're only showing like 1.5 quadrants of the game right now. So the game that you'll see kind of in right smack dab in the middle of the screen, the 5x5 squares with those 3 little icons on it, is one person's playable area. Because we're doing a solo experience, we have some stuff in the quadrant above that, which denotes like the bosses, some objectives we have to do, some missions, things like that in the solo game. But in a normal game, that would be another player's area where a player would have a similar setup like we have and go from there. So we want to kind of do a little bit of an overview of the game, just a bird's eye overview, not a really, really in-depth one. There are several people online that I saw that already kind of explained the rules. We're going to go over them very, very briefly, and then just point out what the changes are between the multiplayer game and the solo experience. The solo experience can be played completely by yourself. In the main game box, there are 5 characters that are unlocked. Do you want to talk about who they are?
Sure, that I can do easily.
Okay.
So, the 5 characters that you start off with are
We'll move this out of the way, too.
We have the cage fighter, the guard, the biologist, the scavenger, and the scout. Today we are going to be playing the scout because we tried this yesterday, playing the scavenger, and we thought maybe we should try a different class for our stream, considering each character plays differently. Because that's kind of a normal thing. All characters normally play differently in some way.
The scavenger was kind of an all-around character, kind of the middle ground, so I wouldn't say it's a bad one to start with. It seemed like it would work pretty well overall for like a first-time playing experience. So that was good. But we decided to try either going with a ranged character or a melee character. We decided to try a ranged character out to see how they differ. And we chose the scout over the biologist.
Yeah.
And the cage fighter and guard are primarily going to be melee attack characters. So
we looked through the biologist cards and they didn't seem as exciting as the scouts. So
yes, for anybody who does have the game or is interested in getting the game, there is also an expansion that's out called Resistance. Resistance gives you another 2 playable classes. I believe one was ranged and the other one was melee, from what I saw. We only briefly looked at it, though. We almost picked one of those to play for the stream, but decided against it and figured we'd just play one of the starting 5 characters. That way, if you don't get the expansion, you won't miss out and be upset that you only have the first 5 characters to play as. So maybe we'll do that in another experience. We'd like to try to set up, possibly do a multiplayer game of this at some point in the future. We'll see if we can get that done. The board is pretty big, so we got to figure out how to fit it all on our cameras and things. So might have to use multiple cameras. I don't know. We'll find out. We do have multiple cameras. Hey. Today, we're also going to be focusing with this one, which is primarily going to be used for our dice rolling. That's how the enemies fight us. They primarily roll dice. So that's what our camera's going to be for today, not putting other cards in there for close-ups.
Well, it might be a good idea to show off these.
Yeah, we could show some of them. We could show our combat off. That's a good point. We could show off the combat cards as we play, and you can still kind of roll over them, and it would work okay. So
you at all X's. Why could you not do that yesterday?
X's are good. See, the dice are primarily for the monsters that fight us. So yeah, rolling X's is good because that means a miss.
Yesterday, he rolled like so many things against us. It was funny.
I did. It was sad, and we still managed to win, but barely.
Yeah, like we were like 1 health point from dying at one point towards the very end.
We were. All right, so just to kind of quickly go over how the game works. We'll kind of go over how the multiplayer of the game would normally work, and then what differs in solo at the same time. So you have these tiles. We'll kind of put some on the map. You have these tiles. These are the tiles that you place on the map as you play. So what happens is you have this middle area here called the fortress. You flip over tiles, normally in multiplayer, based on the number of players that are in the game. So what we're doing for solo is, I'll go ahead and put them down for solo because we need them out anyway. So we have a rural area, which is like farmland.
Pretty useful for the beginning of the game.
I got a mountain.
Ah.
So the tiles, when you place them down, give you different options. Go ahead and place our scavenger tiles. Now we place down 2 other tokens on the fortress. When you place them down, that one is like a research. Token down, token down.
Yeah, I'll grab it in a second.
And a shopping cart. So the trick is you have 2 different icons. You won't really be able to see them from the camera side, but you have to have 2 different tokens up here. They can't be the same because of how solo works. I'm not sure about multiplayer if they can be different or if they all have to be different, if they all can be the same. I'll look that up to verify, but it won't really matter for our particular stream here if they're different or not. The reason in solo they have to be different is when you hit a broadcast, which is... You see a track up at the bottom of your screen, you'll see. It's numbered 1 through 16. You probably can't see the numbers on it. But as you play the game, those are considered your rounds. In the solo mission, you have 14 rounds to try to complete the game, or all your missions that you have to complete, or you actually end up losing. In multiplayer, you have 16 rounds, and you're trying to amass victory points by completing missions, by completing objectives, by killing bosses or other characters that will give you victory points. And in the multiplayer competitive game, your objective is to kill 1 mutant boss. So in solo it differs because you actually can kill multiple mutant bosses, and you have a mutant tracker that we haven't actually put on there yet. Can you put the tracker on the...
It's up there.
Is it? Oh, I just can't see it. Sorry, I can't see it. We have 5 rounds essentially of this mutant tracker that's up on our card. It's a little token right here where my finger's pointing. Right there. Every time we hit a broadcast on our rounds, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 broadcasts on our 14 rounds up at the top. So whenever we hit a broadcast, we move that zombie token up a spot, and if it gets all the way to the star-looking icon on our quest map up there, we actually lose immediately. So there are a couple ways to reduce the zombie threat. By completing our main missions, we have to complete 3 of them during the gameplay. By completing a mission, our tracker goes down by 1. Or on our recon card, which is actually up there, once you start placing down map tiles, you get to put these little tokens on the map tiles. And if you put them in certain order, you can also get a zombie marker move down 1 point. And towards the end of the game, we had to do this a couple times actually. By defeating mutant bosses, it also reduces the zombie tracker by 1. So in the solo gameplay, you actually may have to fight 1 or several mutant bosses in order to stay alive. So the other thing Kat is putting down is the tokens are also used in solo because the trackers are moved up as you play. So eventually, towards the end of the game, if you're not very successful in completing your objectives, the zombie tracker will also be moving up based on extra tokens we lose. So normally in Posthuman Saga, players would use broadcast tokens. We don't even have any out because solo doesn't use them, but you would have up to 5 broadcast tokens in your hand. You can bid in the very beginning when you have a broadcast event, which is the very first 2 events in the game, I believe, is broadcast, right?
Yeah.
You would bid on getting one of the map tiles from the middle along with the corresponding scavenge token. So solo already works different right off the bat. In solo, you pick one of the 2 tiles that's available, and you get the corresponding scavenge token. The other tile gets discarded, and the other token actually gets put onto our little
tracker.
Yeah, tracker for missions.
And when you get a certain number of them, which is when you get 3 more, you get the first bad thing, which could be you suffer mutation, get fatigue, lose one of your cards or 2 health, lose food or 2 health. And then the fourth one, if you get 4 more, the tracker for the end of the game goes up 1 more.
Yep. So that's already one difference from the game. You automatically get map tiles. So the actions that you can do during your turn slightly differ as well in solo, primarily because map doesn't do everything it does in multiplayer, because map is also used to refresh the map tiles. But in solo, I'm not sure that that's actually valid to do. We haven't been doing it because it didn't make sense to refresh and get extra tiles, because then you have more tokens you would discard. So to me, it would seem like a bad idea to do personally.
No, the only way it's really useful when you're playing earlier was if we stood in one spot and we just had a bunch of tokens that are thing, we just put them around us. It helped earlier. It helped with our game last night when we were trying to move our end of the game tracker down 1, because we had to figure out another place to put a gear for our recon mission yesterday.
Right.
It was useful then. It also helped us put down the last 2 locations we needed to win the game.
Yep.
We just had to trek to them and not die. And we ended up having to fight 2 bosses yesterday because we nearly died.
Yeah, because the weird part is they tell you in the actions for solo, which I'll go ahead and read just to explain, but it was kind of confusing to me, so we might be playing it wrong, and if anybody sees us playing things wrong, please let us know. But during the broadcast event, it says once per round you may exhaust any number of broadcast tokens to discard that many terrain and or scavenge sites from the map queue and draw new ones to replace them. If you wish to exhaust multiple broadcast tokens, you must declare in advance how many you're going to exhaust. Which didn't really make sense to me of how it was working, because the broadcast is actually... Oh, you know what it is? The broadcast event, we played it slightly wrong then. I figured out what we did wrong yesterday. The broadcast event is the only time you're supposed to take map tiles.
Oh.
Not during events.
Okay.
So we played a little bit wrong yesterday. We're still trying to kind of figure out the game, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm not sure when you put out the terrain then. That must still be at the end of the terrain, at the end of the end day phase. New terrain gets put out. Okay, so map would be useful for switching these out if you're on like a broadcast one. So if you don't like the map tiles out, you could switch to another one. So that's what the map does differently. Okay, so sorry we already are messing up some stuff and I'm rereading things just to make sure we got it right, and we already messed up a few things. Okay. Other things that are different. There are some cards in the game that are incompatible. They have...
I got one.
You got
Hold
one?
on.
Okay. Some of the skills and some of the other cards you may end up drawing are not compatible because they have a symbol on the bottom of the card
That says act to solo.
That little X on the character means that does not work in solo, so don't bother getting them. They're not useful. Other than that, so you have the morning phase when you turn over the dial on the track of the 14 that we have at the top. If it's a blank icon, it kind of looks like food almost. If it's an X on the icon, nothing special happens. You just go on about your day. If it's your character's face, and there are 4 of them, their character faces on that grid, you actually read a story mission. You pick one out of the story bag, which is this little bag right here.
Which is really funny because I kept pulling single digits.
Everything below 10, yeah. All single digits.
I've got 2, 4, and 6 with the ones I pulled, too.
Yeah, she only pulled 3. We finished the game last time in around 12, I want to say.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to worry about anything there. Other than that, other differences. So you don't have a broadcast, but the broadcast is when you have to take the tiles and move things around. The other things you can pull in the game still kind of are the same. The only other thing that's different is camping. When you camp on a site, the camp actually gets removed when you leave, where in single player it stays around, I think, till the next day. I think that's the only difference. The forage action and trek are the same, so those don't change any for multiplayer. And that's pretty much the only other difference, other than the mission itself. So in a competitive multiplayer, or I didn't talk about team multiplayer. I forgot about that. There is also team multiplayer. You can play 2 versus 2, and then people share victory points and missions and like boss fights and things. You actually share some of the combat experiences if you're playing co-op. That's not co-op. Co-op competitive. But between those two, the games still play pretty much the same, other than sharing a few boss fights and combats. But for solo, in multiplayer, you have 2 missions to complete. You complete a level 1 mission, and then a level 2 mission, and then fight a mutant boss when you finish a level 2 mission. And then that denotes the end of the game, or you get to round 16 if no one's killed the boss, and then the game still ends. You count out victory points. Whoever wins, wins. In solo, you have to complete 3 missions. It's already bad enough having to complete 2, but now you have to complete 3 in all those rounds.
Yeah. It's only 8 different things, though, technically.
No, it's not. It's 3 plus 3 plus 4.
10, I mean.
You have to complete 10.
Yeah.
So you have to have at least 10 tiles down and have to do treks in at least 10 different areas, and you can't retrek in the same area you've already done because you already have a mission token there.
Yeah.
So it's very important to do things like maybe the marching or the mapping or other things to get you extra tiles, because you're going to need extra land while you play. So marching we found to be very important. And of course, she got a mutation about halfway through where we couldn't march anymore. So we're like, oh, son of a...
Yeah,
So,
that kind of sucked.
It did. Other than that, once you complete the 3rd mission, the game ends. You win. So what are the 3 tokens on the 5-5 grid? Okay, good question. Tamaki Kitty. So the 3 tokens on the grid are called landmarks. In a normal multiplayer game, each person playing would have 3 of them. When you get to those tokens and place a tile down, if you end your turn on one of those tiles with the landmark token, you flip it over, and then you get a special landmark card. We'll go and show number 1. I mean, we may have number 1, so you may see it later, but we'll just go and show one.
We had some fun ones yesterday.
Yeah, we got 2 of them unlocked. So this one, for example, is a hunting stand. There's a little bit of
little storyline
text. Yeah, text info you can read. Some flavor text. This one says, at the start of a combat encounter, you may discard this card to draw 2 enemy cards, then choose one and discard the other. So it gives you an immediate effect whenever you want to use it, so you keep them. I believe you can use whatever you want.
That would be a fun one to wait till
the
track after the fact you open it.
Some of them require you to stay on the landmark for the effect to take place. Other ones allow you to move around some, and use them. Like this combat one, I think you can use anywhere. You don't have to be on the hunting stand to use it. Yeah. But once you use it, you can no longer get the benefit from the card anymore. So. Yeah,
though I don't like most of the ones that we've seen weren't like long-lasting benefits. They were things that you could do like immediately and would give you like a short little bonus, but not for a longer period of time.
So the other important change that I did not mention yet is during the day phase. So the morning phase and end phase, night phase, as they call it, is the end phase, are pretty much identical. Nothing really changes. You do your event or broadcast. You eat your food if you're not on the camp. The end phase is still, you can spend experience if you want to, and then you refresh the map queue. But the other big change is that for single player, you can spend a food and actually have a second day phase when you're playing, which we found to be you have to do that pretty much every day or you're not going to make it in time. So that would, but the only difference is you cannot do the same thing twice in a row. So you can't like trek twice in a row. If you did, the game would be over really, really quickly. Yeah. Because you could do that. But you could do like a forage, you could do a map, you could do a camp, and then you could also still do a trek. You can do 2 of those actions as long as you spend 1 food. So the other thing we found important to do was to make sure your food stays up.
Yeah.
Because you're going to use a lot of food. You may have to use the food in the morning, or you get a fatigue, and then you have to use if you want the second option, you have to do a food. So if you're running low on food, it may be better off for you in the morning not to actually eat if you're not at a camp. Take the hit of fatigue, right?
Yeah.
You'll take 1 fatigue damage. You might lose some morale. Unless you're really fatigued out, then you might lose some health or a card later. But we still found it to be better to go ahead and take a fatigue once in a while because you need that can of food for the second action during the day. So...
Yeah, because if you don't have a farm or specifically a forest, which is really helpful.
Forests are 2 food to get, so.
Yeah, and then the rural area is 2 bullets and food. And then mountain and city give you different things. Like mountain gives you ranged weapon, and the city gives you a melee weapon. But for the most part, it's definitely more useful to get one of the other 2.
Yeah.
Either that or you're going to die really quickly.
Yeah, we'll try to show off combat when we get to combat. Combat is pretty much the same. I don't really think there's any main difference in combat. Most of the other stuff is explained during the gameplay, but if you're watching and have any questions, feel free to ask. There are a few other things that happen. But I think we're ready to start.
Yay, finally!
Okay, so I think we have everything set up now.
Yes.
Kat actually has the character in front of her, so she'll be primarily controlling the character. So I'll probably do most of the reading and talking.
Duh.
Because she doesn't like doing that anyway.
I'm tongue-tied half the time.
All right. So the way you start out the game is we flip the first round. Now the first round and last round are always blank. That's how you set up the games. So go ahead and flip over your first broadcast token. So, oh look, nothing happened. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to pick one of your 2 tiles. So she has a mountain tile or a farm tile. So she gets the rural tile. And we discard the other one, but you need to put the shopping cart up there.
Yes, and the shopping cart goes up here where I placed the random shopping cart earlier.
So, now that we did that wrong already, we're not going to have as many tokens going up there.
No.
Because you'll only have kids on broadcast. That does explain.
We had so much trouble.
It does. Like I said, we played a few things wrong the first time, so we're still working out the kinks and bugs. We start a tile here. There's actually a camp icon. You probably can't see it on the camera. But so the first day, since we're on a camp icon, we don't have to eat any food because we haven't done anything yet. So the other important parts of the game are if you trek or forage, you actually are allowed to place a map tile down. So generally, you want your first action to be a trek or forage.
Trek.
You're going to trek?
Show.
Okay. So she's going to trek, which allows her to place down a map tile. Actually, let me have the map tile real quick. One thing we did not explain. So there are 4 different tile types, primarily in the game. There's also this icon sometimes, more than one icon or one icon in the top right corner here. This one is food. That is extra loot. So if you forage, here you go. If you forage, you have a chance to get some extra loot. You have to do what's called a mind. What is it? A mind test. A mind test?
Check.
Mind check. Mind test.
Same thing.
Yeah, to allow it to. Our camera went blue again.
Oh well, we just stay blue then. Or all blue in the face.
Apparently, we're just blue in the face today.
I'm already purple, so.
There we go. Now we're back to that was weird.
I just opened my arms and it changed colors.
I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, stop hitting the camera. Stop hitting the camera.
No, I made a table bounce.
Yes, you did. So she has a chance to get extra loot if you want to. As far as I understand, it's optional. The only problem with doing a mind test is you have to discard a card from your hand in order to try to do the check to see if you get it. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do, but just keep in mind that discarding cards makes you camp more often because you need to get the cards back. So that's just something to think about.
Yeah. It's really useful, especially if you got forest and there's can't, and you also get more food because then you get like double. And sometimes some of them will give followers as well, which is also pretty useful.
You can get followers, you can get equipment, you can get weapons, you can get
booze or a book.
Yeah, you can get a booze med pack or book, which can refresh your health, stamina, or fatigue on the fly. So
you can also get bullets. That was another thing you can get. Okay, I'm walking in now.
Okay.
Walk.
So she foraged. Oh, sorry, you didn't forage, you trekked.
Yes, I trekked.
So she's trying to do a mission. So that is going to be for one of her mission objectives. It looks like the first one, probably. I'm guessing you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it made the most sense.
Okay. So we are now pulling a monster. Whenever you trek, you pull a monster to fight. And if you're successful, or at least you survive, you finish your mission. If you die, get knocked out. We haven't had that happen yet, but bad things happen. So
yeah, such as all your
followers. Go ahead and show the
you.
monster here.
Hey, it's the wild dogs again.
It's the wild dogs. Also, one other thing of note, there's a name for the wild dogs here, and below them it tells you what type of enemy they are. This one is considered a human enemy. If they are a mutant enemy and they deal damage to you, specifically
Ouch.
deal damage to you, you get a mutation. You have good minor mutations and major mutations, so they do different things.
When you get to round 7, all your level 1 monsters go away, and you have to play with level 2, and you get the major mutations.
Yep, that's the other bad thing at round 7. So we'll see how it goes. So here's how combat works. The other things to note are this one is considered a pack. During the encounter, we draw your primary challenge card randomly.
I know what I'm doing.
Instead of choosing it. Do not exhaust it at the end of the encounter. So normally you would go through your hand, you pick one primary card for combat. You place that down. That is actually discarded at the end of combat. But you would get to pick one other card at random from your hand, and you add those totals together for combat. That's how combat works. In this case, with the Wild Pack, we draw one at random, and then you draw a second one at random in order to fight the Wild Dogs.
Okay, let's pull one.
So I'll leave the Wild Dogs there. Or should we move the Wild Dog? Or you want to put them both? That works. So she grabbed Distance Shot. So a little bit about the information on here. So hopefully you can see there are these two target symbols up here. That means 2 hits for range. And you have this one megaphone icon on the bottom. That's actually a melee hit. I don't know why it's a megaphone icon. Because you think like a fist or something would probably make more sense, personally. Or like a melee weapon. I don't know. But whatever.
Well, almost whatever card I draw next can give me something to win. So.
Okay, so go ahead and draw.
Not win, but he's not die. Never
Oh,
mind.
wow.
I
She
won.
just wrecked the guy. All right, so the way combat works. Normally in combat, the first card you pick, which is the one you pick for yourself, is discarded. In this case, it won't be because the Wild Dog, she drew at random.
Yeah.
It drew at random. And these totals will be added together for the first part of the fight, which is considered the ranged battle.
And a bullet goes away.
And a bullet goes away, correct. Now, in ranged combat, if you kill the monster, it dies. If the monster itself has a blue area on the card, which this one does not, it has a chance to attack you back as well, depending on the speed of the weapon. So your speed is what?
3.
3, okay.
Fast.
She has a fast range weapon. The higher number is better. So if the monster had like her weapon that had 2 on it, for example, for their speed, she would attack first. If she kills it, it dies. If they tie, or her weapon was actually lower, like a 1 and they have 2, then the monster would go first, or at least have a chance to hurt you, depending on what the ability is.
Ouch.
But in this case, she did 4, which, do you want to bring your card up so you can show what it does?
This is my gun. So at 3, it does 1 damage. At 4, it does 2 damage. So I got 4 of them, so I did 2 damage to the fool, which means he's dead, because he only has 2 health points, which also means I get both of my cards back.
You will also see their little teardrops by the numbers, the 1 and the 2. That's actually considered damage, how much damage you're doing. You can get teardrops on the cards here, like at the top or the bottom, and that's instantly 1 damage you do, even if you don't get enough attack values to hit something. Go ahead and put it in the camera. I don't need to hold the cards for you. Like that one. So that would give you an automatic damage on the top, even if you don't get enough of the other things to hit with. You at least get 1 damage.
I like that's my do not exhaust one.
I see that. That's actually not bad. But X's on the cards mean you do no damage. There are 2 of those. There's 1 melee X card and 1 ranged X card for each character that are do not exhaust. You cannot choose those as a primary card when you play.
You know what I find really nice, though?
What?
Is that for my character, I have an ability called Snipe, which means during my ranged combat, if my drawn challenge card has no effect on the top, which is a no bullet symbol, I ignore your drawn challenge card and draw a second one instead. And considering that's my only negative top one.
Well, but I think it would also count for that one. Did you say it had no attack?
Yeah, so both of those would make me redraw.
That's not bad. But you have to take the second one, so if you drew them 2 in a row, you might not get a bonus.
That's the only sad thing.
Yeah.
I killed him, which means I get 1 experience point if you survive, and I get another experience point if he dies, and then I get a food.
Yep.
Though I forgot to eat, so it's going to go.
You haven't eaten yet.
Oh, wait, never mind. We can't.
You haven't had to eat yet, unless you do a second action. So, now that she completed her mission... Oh, Beelzebub says, good job.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. So now we get to put a mission token down on that space.
I did.
I see that.
Teehee.
By the way, did you want to put down your icon for trekking and placing down the tile? Your flask icon? Or do you want to save it for now?
I'm thinking save it because there's not really a point to put one here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you have a chance to do a second action. Do you want to do a second action?
Well, I can't move, but I could forage.
Oh, no, you did forage, didn't you?
No, I tracked.
You tracked. Oh, you got 2 experience in the food. That was the other thing we forgot to explain. I'm sorry. The bottom icon here, bring it up a little closer so you can see it better. So you have 2 sets of icons with a slash. Okay. The icon on the left, where Cat's pointing, is the reward you get if you don't kill the monster. But if you kill the monster,
you get an additional experience and whatever.
Actually, I think you just get, maybe it's just 1 experience and food. Maybe you don't get 2 experience. You know what I mean? We might have done that wrong too.
Okay, then we'll go with
that
1
makes sense,
experience.
Right? That makes sense. You get 1 experience plus 1 food if you kill the monster.
Yeah.
I think we did that wrong, but that's okay.
I thought we were getting experience way too fast.
That makes sense. Why we were, like I said, we're still trying to get the game correct because we did make a few mistakes in the first solo game we were playing, but we're trying to correct those mistakes now and move forward properly. So again, if we make any other mistakes while people are watching, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, just let us know. So we can try to correct them.
We forage this spot.
Okay. So now you're going to spend a food to do a second day action.
And I'm gonna forage, but I can't really move anywhere because I don't got any places to put down.
Well, you could march, but
I don't want to do that.
Or move and place down an extra tile for free, and then forge into whatever that is instead.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
So you might not get the ammo and stuff, but you always come back and forge here the next day.
Let's do that instead.
So you're going to march. Yep, you take a fatigue. So a march.
Goes down by
so I will read march from the book just so people understand the difference.
Give me a random tile. Thank you. Ooh! I like this one better.
Is that a good one? Oh, forest? Cool.
I get a florist.
So generally with a trek or forage action, you can move before you do the action. With a standard move ability, is when you move, you may move your miniature up to 2 spaces away. Each space of movement must be from one terrain to an adjacent terrain, orthogonally. You can't move diagonally. And you cannot move through or into an empty zone. While moving, as long as you have at least 1 space of movement left, so if you move like 1 square, you still have 1 piece of movement left. If you have a map tile, you can then place the map tile down on the board and move directly into it. You have to move into it, though, at that turn with the move option. So that's if you have a map tile. If you don't have a map tile... Oops.
He's dropping everything off camera.
A couple things. Well,
that's not as bad as last time you dropped the token
You
tray.
do need 2 of those. Because the map thing does use them if you need to refresh. You can then also place a scavenge token, meaning one of those 4 tokens she has up at the top, the tire, the gear, the shopping cart, or the flask. You would get 2 of those. You put 3 in your other pile on the discard. You would get to place 1 of those on the token if you wish as well. But that's optional, so you don't have to do it.
And I disappear off camera.
March is inherently different. So what March does. March, when you move, instead of moving normally, you may suffer 1 fatigue, which you already took the 1 fatigue, to draw 1 random terrain from the stack. So we drew a random terrain from our stack of tiles. And place it into an empty zone adjacent to the terrain you occupy, which she did. She placed it 1 further out. If you do, you must move into it, and your movement immediately ends. You then place 1 scavenge site from your hand. You may place 1 scavenge site from your hand onto the new terrain. So did you want to place that? You do, okay.
Well, yeah. I'm setting up for the last one.
Oh. Well, we may not need it as much now.
Yes, but I'm not full.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
you
can set up for other stuff.
From it.
You can. So you moved in, you scavenged. Or you're scavenging now? You placed it, scavenged?
Foraged.
Foraged.
Yes, I'm going to forage. This one's got a bullet symbol, too.
Oh, so you can do a gun if you want.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, so let's see. I get 2 food.
And 1 random, or you get a pick. She gets 1 item to
We're going to take
get
some
back something.
boobs.
You can get rid of your fatigue right now.
We'll save it.
Save it, okay. Save it.
I like my booze, apparently. And I think I'm going to attempt a mind challenge.
Okay.
Let's see what good cards I have, because I haven't actually looked through any of my cards. Wow, these actually kind of suck.
You still want to try a mind challenge? So challenges are a little bit different from combat. You still discard the first one you place down, but the bottom icons have a head icon and a double arrow icon, which is actually a speed test if you have to do a speed test later. So why don't you put it in the close-up camera?
Sure, I can.
So challenges, like I said, are slightly different. You actually draw 2 cards to add to whatever effect you have. So right now she has 2 mind. You may not be able to see it. It's actually a 2 on the bottom.
And then I pull a random card.
Oh, 3. You already got it.
Oh, okay.
So that was lucky. So her first card now goes into her discard. She already got 5, so she already passed the test. And now she just keeps this one for herself.
Mine! My precious.
Things that you discard or health, morale, and fatigue that you lose can be cured at campsites. When you camp, you get 4 recovery points, and each recovery point can be used to get back broadcast tokens, cards in your hand. You get to reduce your fatigue, reduce morale, reduce health. I keep thinking there's something else.
Hold on.
We'll get a black cube back, which is like a bonus cube you get just for doing random stuff.
Health, morale, fatigue, boost, broadcast tokens,
Boost.
and random challenge cards.
Yep.
Now hand me a gun.
Hand you a gun. Oh, yes. She gets a ranged weapon now.
Let's see if I like it. What the heck?
What?
Okay, so let's see the ranged weapon I pulled. At 2, I get 1. At 4, I get 2. At 5, I get 3.
Huh.
Burst. You may discard 1 bullet to gain 1 target. Red dot. You may exhaust 1 boost to get another speed.
It's an interesting weapon.
I might switch my things out, but I do need to go back and get some bullets at some point.
You can always do it next turn.
Probably a good idea.
You can move in there and forge and then trek back into the forest if you want.
Yeah, and I think that ends our day, doesn't it?
So you got your 2 food, you got your boost, you got your gun from doing the mind test. You did your 2 things, you spent your food. Yeah, that should be everything. Now we do end of day phase. You have 1 experience point and can't buy anything with 1 experience point. Sorry. So now we have to refresh the map queue. So let's do that. Let's pick this one. We have another rural area.
Ooh, with a survivor token on it.
I drew another rural that gets discarded. And another mountain.
Which one should I go for? I'm a half-half. Which one do you think?
I don't know. Oh, you have to eat your food first. That's part of the day, morning phase.
My food and flip over the next token.
Yep.
Yay,
Nothing
that
happens.
happens.
Now you can pick your tile. I mean, you can get either tile you want. Is there one you have a preference over the other?
I'm thinking maybe I should get a grain so that I can move forward.
Oh, and then not worry about the other thing?
Yeah, not worry about going back.
Yeah, I mean, that would still, you could still do a mountain on the first quest you have.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
I can do mountain or rural both ways.
That's true,
It doesn't
you
really
can.
matter.
You can.
But
You just gotta end in a city is all.
yeah, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, last time we drew mostly cities during the gameplay, so it was interesting.
And this one we need like 1 mountain, 2 mystery, 2 forest, 2 grain, and 3 city.
Yep. Alright, so pick what you're doing, come on.
You choose. Which one do you think, Daddy?
Well, if you're gonna need ammo, I would say the rural is probably the best one.
Agreed.
I know you lose the mountain and all, but can you put the wheel up there?
Yes, I will put the tire up there.
I know you lose the mountain, which you need eventually, but if you're doing the first quest, you don't necessarily need the mountain, so...
Not really. And I kind of want to save the forest for the second quest, considering I need a forest for the second quest.
True.
And then, I guess, let's forage! Nah.
Okay.
Do I want to put
Turn over your... Or you don't turn over your thing till the end of the turn. What?
Correct. trying to see if I want to put gear down. And I don't.
No gear?
No.
Okay.
I need a tire.
I see.
What
You lost a tire. Yep. Didn't think about that, did you?
I don't really care at this very moment.
All right. Oh, yep. We forgot to move that up twice, right?
Just once, I think.
Why? Don't you try to move it on in the first phase?
I have no clue. I can if you like.
That's what we did last time.
Let's do that.
You're supposed to move it up every broadcast phase, and if you start one, I mean, I don't know. The game's not 100% clear because it says you move it up every broadcast, so the first day is the broadcast.
Yep, let's go with that.
That's what we did last time. We still won, but...
And then we are foraging, so we're going to get our forage benefits of 2 bullets and 1 food.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we should do the mine challenge? We get a follower in this case.
Might not be a bad idea.
Let's find out.
What do you think? You want to try it or not?
I'm going to try. Dang it, where are all the good cards?
You probably used them all.
Well, number 2 is right there, and I kind of don't want to use my really nice 3 one.
Yeah, because you're ready to go into a fight, so.
And my 2 one's actually pretty sweet for shooting people.
Oh, yeah?
It's a crit hit. It's 3 for the top and X for a bottom.
Okay.
I'll try a 1. Know what?
Camera. Put it up here.
We're going to try main hit.
Maiming hit.
Main hit.
It has 1 mine, so hopefully you can draw good on the mine.
Let's find out. I have horrible luck normally, so.
Would you rather me draw? No, just go for it. Come on. Flip them over. See what we got.
Okay,
Okay, she's at 3. 4. She got it. 4 mines. So this one gets discarded.
No, I would have gone 3 if I chosen the top one. So.
Still got it. So now she gets a follower. So followers, you can have 2 of these at a time for each character. They have some text, flavor text on the bottom. This one is clumsy and insightful.
Hey, we needed insightful people yesterday.
Yep, this is a girl, a follower. When the girl joins you, increase your maximum morale by 1. Discard the card and reduce your maximum morale by 1 if you get knocked out. Not a great follower.
No, but we needed somebody insightful yesterday because a bunch of the events we had was like, you need someone resourceful or you needed someone insightful. And I was like, you're kidding me. We got an opportunist.
Yep.
Twice.
Yep. All right. So you've done your forage.
Yes, I have.
Got all your bonus stuff. I believe it is time for you to spend a food and do a second action.
Trekking time.
You go ahead and trek in there?
Yep, exactly. So, monster? Monster, 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 monster.
Big head chopper.
I don't like that.
Now, he's a mutant enemy, so if he doesn't get killed on the first round,
he hits you right back.
He could potentially hit her and give her a mutation.
Ouch.
So you probably want to try to kill him in the first round.
Ouch. At least I'm hitting first.
Yep. So choose your cards, bring them out, let's see what you're doing.
Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum bum.
If you want to kill him, I'd use a big card. Because you can always camp next turn and get your cards back.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better idea.
I think so too. Yeah, the cool part with doing it this way is you can always throw up a camp like the next round and get a bunch of cards back. So in solo, since you have to do a lot of trekking, like I said, you want to do one almost every day if you can.
We're going to start
faster
with the critical shot.
All right, she's using her big card. It has no melee, so if she fails in this, she'll be in trouble. But I think you're already at... Oh, no, you have to draw 1 to get 2 damage, to get another damage.
Yeah.
But you could also drop
since
ammo.
I'm shooting,
if using ammo. But you could also drop an ammo or a black cube to get a black cube.
Just
ammo. Get extra damage.
There's only 2 cards in here that are bad.
But you get to redraw one of them, right?
I can redraw one of them, so...
Let's see what you get.
Never mind, we're fine. I got distant shot.
All right. So distance shot. That adds up to
3 damage to him.
5. Yep. She does 3 damage to him. Since her gun is faster, she immediately hits him and kills him. And he doesn't get to do his retaliate, which in this case wouldn't have been damage anyway. His thing is you can't use a boost to get extra melee damage on the bottom part of the card. But she doesn't worry about that. And she gets a backpack item and an experience point from this guy.
Backpack item? We don't get get those very often. Yesterday we got like 1.
Got one during the whole game. Yeah, you're right.
What's our backpack item for today?
Hiking gear. Do not suffer a fatigue when you march. That's actually really good.
Mine. And since it just stays on, it's not one of those get rid of after you use.
It goes in your items slots, remember?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there are 5 item slots on the bottom part of the game board. So I could not find the ruling in the book if you can have extra items, or if you don't like an item, can you just redraw and discard it? There was something about dismantling things, so I'm guessing you can just toss them out, but it wasn't clear in the guide. So if anybody has an answer to that, it'd be great to post it. So, but we were going under the assumption you could just discard something if you don't want it anymore, because why not, right? As far as I can tell, you don't lose weapons. At least I haven't seen any way that you lose items or weapons yet.
Agreed. And also, I got a mission done.
Yes. So now you're still on the first one.
We need a flipping city.
You do need a city.
Nah.
We could always do a forge with a march next turn and try to get a...
Yeah.
If you don't want to camp. Because you could do a forge right into there and then decide if you can camp or not. You would lose a turn for trekking, but still wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea.
Agreed. Okay, time for the end of the day. And I don't really have anything I want to buy, I don't think, unless I have something that's like 2 experience points.
Go and look first before we... I'll go ahead and refresh the map queue then. We got a forest.
No, I don't want either one of them.
And a mountain.
Dang it!
Gotta put your 2 tiles down.
Oh, yeah.
But you're also not getting a map tile this turn.
Yeah, they just
They just sit there.
And then I think we change about next turn?
No, we don't need to refresh. You do the same thing next turn. You can use map to refresh it if you want. Remember, you have to spend 2 tokens.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could just try to march into an area and do whatever it is.
That works, too. And we flip it.
Oh,
it's me!
Story time!
It's me! Where's the bag?
I got it right here.
Yay! Well.
So she's going to draw her token. I will read the event. And then she gets to make a choice as to what she wants to do.
44.
Oh, she got something that's not under 10. All right, 44. So you have this little guide. It has stories 1 through 70. You just find the appropriate page for your story. You read it. You normally get a couple different options of things you can do. And then you either get something, lose something, or not do something in most cases. 44, right? This one's called Paper Planes. In a wide circle all around the apartment block, the ground is littered with paper planes. They're made out of old junk mail and newspapers, pages torn out of novels, even banknotes. You look up and, for half a second, spot a face peeking out of one of the windows on the top floor. You climb to the top floor and locate the right apartment. You find a scared little girl, surrounded by empty cans of tuna and sweet corn, and piles of books in various stages of disintegration.
Eesh.
A. You send a message to the fortress to pick her up. It costs you 1 broadcast token. You escort her to the nearest outpost. You'll have to march strenuously to make up for lost time. It costs you 1 food or 1 fatigue, or you go on your way and leave her behind.
I don't want to do that last option. I'm not sure if I want to do A or B, though. B.
Okay, so you're going to suffer a food, or lose a food, or a fatigue. Which one? You're going to lose a fatigue?
Yep.
Which drops morale.
My morale is going down. What's my reward for that?
All right. You get 1 XP.
Okay.
And gain 2 morale.
No, that's not actually bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to use some booze soon.
Okay. And that is the end of that token. There's no bonus for having a little girl. I was hoping you'd get a bonus having a little girl in your party already as a follower. I was hoping you'd get like a, oh, she makes friends with you and you get extra loot, but you don't.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Wouldn't it? Oh, well. That was one of the better stories probably for outcomes than we've seen in the past.
Oh, Lord, the other one.
A lot of them require mind or speed challenges, and when you fail them, they're not generally very good.
Although I failed one yesterday.
It's like losing experience, losing health, losing morale,
lost
fatigue, things like that. All right.
Health.
So that is over. You don't get that. Let me confirm you don't get that. Because that's the only way the map thing makes sense to me. Is if you only get one when you broadcast, then yeah. First day phase should just be the same. Okay. Next up. Day phase. It is now the day phase. What is it you would like to do?
Grab the event.
Oh, it is an event. We forgot there was an event this day. Sorry. Instead of the broadcast, we're doing an event.
The head cartographer's obsession with maps. I remember this one. With maps
Didn't you
is
shuffle?
matched. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Matched only by his passion for chess. He somehow managed to.
It's a positive one, though, I think, so that's good.
It is. When you camp.
You get extra morale or
Persuade the
something.
fortress to use their communication network to run text-based chess games every few weeks. It's game time. When you camp, recover 1 morale. If you have a clever follower, we don't. This effect will allow you to recover 1 morale and 1 black cube whenever you camp.
Man, that would be nice if we had a clever follower.
This one goes away when the next event starts.
So events, they're generally like semi-permanent events. They stay in play until the next event overrides it.
Which means like 2 days.
Yeah, 2 turns. So at least you're probably going to camp this turn anyway.
Yeah.
Get back some cards and things. So that's actually not a bad thing to have happen.
No, not comparatively. I'm going to use a booze real quick.
Okay. She got drunk and cured 1 of her morale. Or sorry, 1 of your fatigue. It's nice the booze gives you back fatigue, right?
Yeah, like that works.
I don't feel as tired. I'm drunk. Woo!
I think coffee would be a better...
I don't know if you can find much coffee in the apocalypse, though.
No,
there's probably a bunch of booze just lying around because that really doesn't go bad very easily. So.
True.
You have to brew coffee beans, farm it,
Yeah, you're right.
All those liquor stores on every corner.
Yeah, and there's probably a bunch of abandoned, Wawas.
And you can make booze from, all kinds of materials, too, easily.
That, too.
Much easier than coffee. Anyway.
Yeah, Calfee. Like how you said that, Calfee.
Coffee. Coffee. No coffee in the apocalypse for you. All right, so are you doing, you gotta eat a food?
Yes, I do.
At the beginning of the day. Or actually in the, morning. Now it's daytime. So, what are you planning on doing now? Did you want to camp to get some cards back?
I think we should.
Or do you want to not do that, and do you want to forage to try to open up another tile? Oh, we didn't flip over the, we forgot the landmark. You were in the landmark area. What one?
Number 9.
So we forgot to do this. I apologize.
Looks like a tower.
It's an abandoned chapel.
Oh. Sunlight filters through the stained glass, illuminating the inside of the chapel with brilliant rays of light and bringing on a sense of serenity you haven't felt in a long time. While at this landmark, you may discard this card to recover 1 health and 1 morale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a use for that, so it's just going to stay around for a little bit.
But if you do lose some health and need some stuff back, you can also go back and get it. So
Yeah.
at least you know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yes.
So here's the things you can do. You can camp to get back some cards and things. Or you could
Forge whatever location comes up next.
forage into that location. Hopefully it'll be a city. So that way she could get the quest done. The first
You mean
quest.
trek into it?
No. If you forge into it, it becomes a city. You can then trek into it at the same turn if you wanted
I can do that.
to try to do that.
Let's
You wouldn't have as many
forage.
cards, though. So.
Let us march.
And you can
forward.
march and get something for free. So which direction do you want to march? You just want to march in a
Right
straight
here.
line? Okay. Do you want to pick one or do you want me to?
3rd pile halfway down.
This pile? This pile?
Yeah, that pile halfway down.
This one?
Yeah, just hand me that one. Dang it.
Another forest. Well, at least you got food.
Yeah, I need some food anyways, but still. We're gonna get some booze.
So unfortunately, you can't really...
It's too bad I can't do both quests at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
How about we just camp here?
That might be a good idea.
Should we do the mine challenge since we're going to camp? Since
To get the
it's
follower?
Another follower.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah, where's my high one? Just use it now. Right, it goes in the center thing. This is a 3-1, so as long as I get something good. But considering I have mostly zeros left in my hand. 0.
Uh-oh.
1.
Woohoo! That was close. She almost lost it. Should have been mad. Alright, so you get a second follower. So, if you happen to get an item or something that gives you another follower and you already have 2, you just pick which one of the followers you want to get rid of.
Dang it, it's an athlete.
Did you not want the athlete?
I never want the athlete.
Why? Hold gives you an extra item to hold.
Okay.
I'm going to read it. Stop. So they're daring and opportunistic. You may store 1 item, including a heavy item, on this card. So it gives you an extra item slot. Why don't you put them up further?
Good point.
Give you some extra room, because you're kind of tight on room.
Yeah. There we go. Ooh, and we're going to put this down.
You don't really need your player card, probably.
I know, it's just sitting there.
You put them there if you want people to have something to look at.
Here, have something to look at then. There's my person. He's just going to sit there
That's
for
your
the rest
scout.
of the game.
Why not? It's kind of blurry.
He's very blurry.
He's very
I feel
blurry.
very bad for him.
Alright, never mind. We're just going to take him out over here.
Yeah, that works. If we need him, we'll use him.
Yeah, if you get a challenge that requires something.
And now let's camp.
Did you use the food to camp? Alright.
I've used the
So,
food.
camping allows her to get 1 free morale back, right? Because of the event.
Yes, because we're
Are you going to use your booze to get your fatigue back? Because you can get all 4 cards that way.
We're just going to use the booze to get my fatigue back. And I get all 4 of my cards back, and I don't have to draw them randomly because there's only 4 of them.
Yep.
And now I am done. Yay! That ends my day, and I don't have enough experience for anything I want. Oh, wait, I have 3 experience now.
Oh, anything you want with 3 experience?
Let's find out, considering most of the good stuff is like 5. There's that one.
So, unfortunately, we did not get a trek done during that day. So, that does put us a day behind. But considering she didn't have the map tile she needed, it's...
Where the heck is the dang city?
Right?
Okay, my 2 would be, during range combat, you may exhaust a cube to gain 1 shooting thing.
1 shooting thing.
Yeah, 1 shooting.
Wow. 1 shooting thing.
When you forage, you may exhaust 1 cube to take 1 terrain from the map queue. Discard the paired scavenge site.
Let me see. Is that the one you're picking?
No, that's the other option I have. With 3 experience. I'm thinking maybe not get anything. That's not a bad one, considering. Lets me get 1 of the map's queues during non...
Yeah, during non-broadcast days.
Which might be good, considering I need a flipping city.
Because then it would refresh and possibly could be a city or something you need.
Yes.
So.
I think I might get this one, considering what we have to do.
So it allows you to burn 1 to get a terrain. So could you then put it down? I guess you could, right?
When I forage.
Oh, I guess you couldn't put it down. You'd have to trek into it or something. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. All right. End of the turn, right?
And down goes my experience.
So now she's fully healed, has all morale back.
And I don't gotta use enough food.
Yep.
The camp goes away.
Well, it doesn't technically go away until you move, but...
Whatever.
Just saying.
Flip this.
No event.
We're
It is a
good.
broadcast day, so which of those 2 do you want? I would recommend probably the mountain.
Yes, take the mountain.
Because you need the mountain for the next quest.
I need the
whenever you get
shopping
there.
cart, too.
Oh, yeah? Okay, there you go. And we discard the other 2.
Don't like you, forests.
She loved forest in the other game, though.
I
But
needed
that's-
a ton yesterday.
that's because we
so
drew all
now
cities.
all we have is these.
Poor baby. Whoa! That's a cat for you, right? All right.
Scratch, scratch.
Oh, noes. Okay.
no
Did
fun.
food. Did the broadcast. What's next? Day phase. What are you going to do? Do you want to
March.
do a march into another zone?
Yes, the question is, do we want to trek or do we want to...
Well, I mean, I'd say you probably should forage, because if you
Yeah, I
trek
agree.
and get something you can't use, the mission, you can't do the mission.
Yeah. Foraging time. Daddy, draw me a random tile and... Flip it over, please.
City.
Thank heaven! I swear I was going to scream if it wasn't. Okay, since we're foraging, what does a city give us? I forgot. I think it's a weapon.
Melee
it's a
weapon?
melee weapon.
Yeah.
Give me a melee weapon. What is the melee weapon of today?
We probably should explain that a little bit.
Yeah, because those are...
You may need to hold it up to show a little bit better to the camera. Sorry. Having a look at my phone real quick. Got a message apparently or something.
Okay, so this is a hand axe. Is it?
What? A handbag? I thought you said handbag.
It is a hand axe.
Hand axe would be correct, yes.
1 gives you 2 and 2 gives you 3. It comes with a clumsy slasher. If your attack value is 1+, you may exhaust 1 cube to gain 1 instant hit. And these also come with mods. So as you can see, there's a symbol in the top corner and there's one in the bottom corner. So if you get another melee weapon that has a mod on it.
Here, we'll just grab the one from the bottom.
Yeah, grab the
How
one
we do
from the
that?
bottom. So the reason why they have both sets is because this has something you can add on, and this also has something that goes with it.
So this is a modded weapon, where you add the pickaxe, which is a wound, to the bottom of this, and you can exhaust this during any combat. This mod will go away, and then you get that bonus immediately added into your combat.
Yeah. I think we're going to switch our weapons out. We're getting pretty full and stuff.
Well, that's why I said I think you could discard something if you need to. It makes sense.
Yeah. Out of everything, I think I want to keep the hiking gear, though, because it's useful right now.
Oh, yeah, hiking gear I would definitely keep. Marching and not using a fatigue, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Especially in solo, because you definitely got to do that in solo a lot.
We're going to put a shopping cart here.
Did you want to try for the bonus food?
You know what? Let's... I know I'm going to be trekking in the same location, and I don't know what I'm going to get.
Do you want to just wait then?
Let's just wait.
Okay, so she's not going for the bonus, which is fine.
Because now we're going to eat a food. And Daddy, I kind of need a monster.
All right. We have Twitchy. He has 2 health. And he is a mutant enemy.
Okay, let's go for it.
All right.
So I need 4 to kill him.
What are you going to do? I mean, do you want to just go outright and kill him, or?
I'm thinking. Let's go with this one.
Okay. Distance shot. So now she draws one at random. Okay, so that's enough to do 1 damage. You're going to spend an extra ammo? Did you already spend an ammo?
That was me spending an ammo, so I only have 1 ammo left.
Might still want to use it. You can kill him, though. You do get an ammo from him, too. From beating him.
Yeah.
Next turn, you can always go back and forage into the grasslands, the rural area, to get ammo back.
Yeah, true. Yep, let's just use my last ammo to kill the dang thing.
Okay, so she's going to use an ammo for her weapon, which will add 1 attack to the top part of the card. So that gives her 4 now. And with 4, her weapon does 2 damage, and it will kill him because he has 2 hit points. So she gets 1 experience point and 1 ammo.
Oh, I get ammo.
That's what I said. You get an ammo back. You weren't listening, were you?
Nope, not at all.
And then distance shot goes away. And frontal attack goes back to your deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
What next? I did my 2 actions, so end of the day.
Yeah, end of the day. End of the day. Map Q refreshes.
14.
What?
14.
Oh. Thank you.
I
Natural
didn't
landmark. Good job.
What is 14?
I don't know. At least we're getting new ones we haven't seen yet. We didn't get this yesterday. This is the Trader Caravan. The traders are wrapped up in long coats, hats, scarves, and masks. You don't bother asking why the secrecy. They don't have much to offer, mostly tools and equipment. But they are desperate enough for food and ammo to give you a good trade. While at this landmark, you may discard this card and 1 food or 1 ammo to draw 3 equipment cards. Choose one and discard the others.
What?
Do you want to give them a food? You could always take a morale hit or fatigue hit next day instead of wasting food in the first day.
Yeah, that works. Because I kind of want to try that.
Okay.
Gimme. Does it say what particular time of day I need to use it? No, it just says while at this landmark. So I could do it right now if I wish.
But it's not. I think it's during the day.
Probably. So we'll just do it before we leave.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
And the next day phase begins.
No, still end phase. New tiles.
Oh, yeah.
Silly.
I'll get these.
Rural and mountain. Apparently I like those this time. Whoops.
Hey, at least it wasn't me.
You're right. It was me. It was me. All right. Close enough. I think it'll work. We have a tire and a gear.
Dang it, I don't need one of those. Well, I do need the tire, actually, but that's a different story.
You need the tire to put on the rural area.
Yeah.
And then you need the shopping cart so you can get the mutant thing down. Did we we did a broadcast and didn't move the mutant thing up, did we?
I moved it up already.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
It's time for an event, though. So, sadly enough, our good event goes away.
Now it might be a bad event.
Ew.
It's a new one?
Storage caches event. The Resistance hides caches of supplies out in the wilds to help their agents. The fortress sends you to the coordinates of some caches nearby. Just as you are about to break camp, they'll make some time to track down. They'll take some time to track down, but might be worth it. When you forage, you may ignore the terrain standard loot and instead take 2 food and gain one of the following: 2 ammo, 2 boost pills or one of those, or 1 equipment card. If you do, you may not attempt to take the bonus loot.
That's actually really good.
That's actually really nice.
So you get 2 food and 2 ammo.
Yeah, you get 2 food, you get 2 ammo.
That's awesome for you right now.
Uh-huh.
Because you need both of those.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you're going to be foraging then. Somewhere.
Yep. And
doesn't matter where.
I'll take a fatigue
to
for
keep
the morning.
The food, yeah. So you lose on morale.
I'll lose morale, and then I'm going to do this, because I kind of want to get some new equipment cards.
It's a broadcast day? No, it's an event day.
It's an event day.
Gotcha.
So I just pulled one.
Yep, so I don't have to do that.
No, you do not.
Okay.
And I'm going to lose a food, because I think...
Why are you losing food? You haven't done any actions yet. Oh, you're doing that. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So that I discard either food or
And you get 3 equipment items.
I get 3 equipment
So you
items.
need to put 1 item on your follower, don't you? Like your knife or something?
Yeah, we're going to go with my hunting rifle.
Luckily I picked 3 exactly. Okay.
What are they so that I can choose one to keep?
First one, backpack. You may store 1 item, including a heavy item, on this card. You may not have more than 1 backpack.
Okay.
Compass. Your maximum hand size for terrain and or scavenge sites increased by 1. So we did not talk about that earlier. There is a maximum hand size of 4 scavenge tokens and map tiles. You can't have more than 4 at one time. She has 1, so.
I think we're fine, because we figured out that we were playing it wrong.
And last one. Oops. Vaccine pump. You may discard this card to discard 1 mutation card. I think I know what you picked.
I'll take the pump. Considering I hated the mutation I got yesterday.
Yeah, it wouldn't allow you to march.
No,
Or
the
the other
major ones.
Oh, the major. I don't remember what the major one was.
There was 2 of them.
It happens.
Sucked.
We'll see if it happens this time. All right, so you discard. We need the card back to discard because you use the trade caravan next, right? Or no, you use the trade caravan. I mean.
Here you go. And now I think we're going to forage.
Forage. Where are you going to forage? You're just going to forage here? I mean, might as well. Unless you want to place down the mountain, you can move into the mountain and forage there. It doesn't matter where you forage because the bonus.
We're going to trek first. In the location that we're at.
Oh, to finish the quest?
Yes.
Okay.
Because then I'm getting back 2 food, so if I forage right after this, I can go to the next location and get 2 food back. So, Daddy, hand me another monster.
Number 1 monster. Oh,
And
a new guy.
Kill this stupid thing.
He's going to attack, too. Unranged. He's human, though, so at least you won't get a mutation. He is an urban ganger. A ganger. Not a gangster. A ganger.
Ganger. I don't know what that is, so...
I think it's basically like a gangster.
Ganger. It still sounds weird.
Doesn't it? I think it sounds weird.
Okay, so let's see what So he's got 2 hit points and I'm shooting before him.
Yes, 2 hit points. You're shooting before him. But if you don't kill him, he's going to get 2 blues to attack you with.
Let's go with that card.
Crack shot. You have to use an ammo too, right? You're out of ammo then.
Yep, I know.
You can't do your ammo bonus. You sure you want that one then? Not your 3?
Duh.
Wouldn't that be better?
Yep, hold on.
Because you want to make sure you kill him, probably. At least I would think you'd want to make sure to kill him.
Critical shots.
I don't know why I took this out, sorry. Put it back in the camera. See?
And
least I
he
killed him.
dies.
Good thing, right? Alright, so critical shot goes to your discard. He dies, you get a backpack item. Now we're getting all these backpack items. And 1 experience point.
Well, that means I'll just have to discard something, I think.
I guess.
Depends on
Something I can figure out.
Depends if I actually want to keep it. What do we get?
Camo gear. At the start of combat encounter, you may exhaust 1 boost cube to draw 2 enemy cards, then choose 1 and discard the other. Oops, not camera frame.
I don't really care for that one.
No?
No.
Okay. We'll get
That
rid of
just
it.
goes away.
That's fine.
And...
Did you get your experience?
No.
I said you get 1 experience for killing him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I hate these pegs.
Mission completion. Put your complete mission down.
Yes.
And the mutant token goes down 1.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. It's back down to 2 now.
Okay, so now I think we should forage.
Okay.
Let's go to the next location over and forage here.
Why wouldn't you do, place your mountain now?
That's what I was doing.
Oh, you moved it. Oh, I got you. You're putting it down there.
I want the other landmark.
Yep, makes sense.
Because then I move there.
Yep.
Because either way, I get something.
Okay.
From foraging here, I get what our bonus is. Because I really don't want a normal weapon. Because I kind of like my gun right now. Let's see. I'm going to get 2 food. Except I only need 1 because I forgot to eat.
Right, for your second action.
And then I'm going to get 2 bullets because I don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah, you need the bullets. Definitely need the bullets.
Yeah, because yesterday we were using a crossbow.
We had a crossbow that recharged whenever you were at a campsite, so she'd never use bullets again, basically.
And I had 5 of them stacked up too.
You did?
Yeah, I had 5.
Oh, 5 bullets. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Yeah, she had to, because we got a bunch of rural areas at the beginning of that game, and she kept resting to get the 1 food she could get, and then kept getting ammo.
Yeah, because I didn't get a forest for a while, or a mountain.
I know.
Kept getting cities and rurals.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, I think that ends that. Yep. Well. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Because I can't get any bonus loot.
Why? Oh, right. No bonus loot. That's right.
If you take the option.
Which is sad, because that one actually had 2 things on the mountain.
Yeah, it has either
An item and a
booze,
random
pill,
thing.
or book, and then random item.
That's okay. It happens.
Well, I don't think we need the random items.
Beelzebub to kill them gangers. We will. We'll try to kill all the gangers.
Yeah, because that works so lovely.
All right.
Well, let's see.
End of day phase.
Yeah.
Flip over the landmark.
Dun, dun, dun,
I remember this time.
4.
4.
Can I read it? Can I read it? Can I read it? Can I read it? Yeah. The bunker is embedded in the cliffside with no entrance in sight. With the hope of shelter on the other side of those imposing concrete walls, you search for a way in. While at this landmark, you may discard the scar to recover 1 morale and place your camp token on this terrain.
So that's like a free camp.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's not a bad one either.
Well, I guess all that it really gives you, though, is you can rest. You can stop here, put a camp token down, but I guess you don't really camp. But that would save you a food the following turn
Well,
if you stay there.
the thing is that if you're at the location, you do
Like
something,
you foraged and trekked in the one location.
or just trek there. Then
But
you
you-
won't have to spend an extra food to. If you didn't want to forage and you only wanted to do one action, you could trek there, do the thing, or forage.
Throw a camp down and save the food for next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't seem useful. You'd still want to do 2 actions and then throw a campsite down. You do 2 actions, then you still save a food.
True.
Okay. Just checking. It was confusing.
Let's see. Now we need the beginning of the day, I think, right?
Yeah, because we already have map tiles out because it was
Day.
I put them out. So
Broadcast. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Marker moves up, and I guess I have to choose one of those.
Yep, you got mountain or rural.
I'm thinking the mountain.
Really? Okay. Oops.
Yeah.
I keep hitting the camera. Sorry. Sorry, folks.
Actually, no, I'm taking the rural.
Okay.
Because I want the tire.
I can see that. That's a good
I
idea.
want to go right there.
Oh no, we went blue again. We're blue. Woo!
I'm already purple, so again,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know why I can't keep changing.
I'm purple.
It didn't work that time.
Aww.
It'll fix itself in a minute. I don't know why.
No, it's probably because sunlight's changing now.
Not really. It hasn't changed much in here. Whatever.
Okay, you say so. We're just blue in the face.
We're just blue in the face right now.
Normally you'd be red in the face.
Oh, you did it that
Yeah.
time? It's fine. It still works. Okay, so morning day. You got that. We got that.
I eat a food.
You eat a foods.
I think we need some foods.
Well, your foraging will get you 2 more food.
Yeah,
And 2 more ammo if you want.
probably not a bad idea.
Probably not.
So I think we should forage to the next location over.
To the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably good idea. That is part of your quest anyway, right?
Yep.
Forage
Okay.
away.
2 food. I'm gonna take 2 ammo.
Then you're going to trek there.
Then we're just gonna trek in the same
So you need to
location.
use the food.
Yeah.
Or do you want a new location? You could make a new location to your right.
I could.
Because you only need... You have 1 random space you can do for the second
Let's
quest.
do that.
Wanna
Let's
do that?
choose a random. Let's mark
Because that way
and
you get an
choose a
extra.
random.
You get an extra thing. Okay, so which tile do you want? Do I mean just pick
4th
one?
one.
This one?
Yeah.
How far down?
Very bottom one.
The very, very bottom one. It's another forest.
Dang it. I hate forests now. Right now, I hate forests. Level 1, please.
Oh yeah, we haven't hit 7 yet. Next turn,
We
we're
only
starting
can
doing
draw
level 2s.
2s.
Yep, so that'll be interesting.
I can't tell if
Oh,
I
wild
can-
dogs again.
Ooh, I like this one.
All right, pick your one at
Sometimes.
random. Unfortunately, you don't have your big ones anymore. Oh. No damage on top. It's not turning out good so far.
No, too bad that couldn't have been my drawing card. I can't kill them first round now. Well, I can do 1 damage to them.
That was like a terrible draw for you, though.
Yeah, I draw both my exhaust cards.
Well,
Well, 1 damage to them.
1 damage to them. They have 1 hit point, so now we have to go into melee. The problem is you only have 1 melee hit right now. You have anything you can do with that? You can get a cube. Oh, you can sacrifice a cube, though. Oh, no, you can't.
1 does 2 damage.
Does it?
Yeah,
Oh! How does 1 do 2 damage?
right there. I got 1 thing, so if I hit them... they do-
Well, but if they do more, you're not going to hit them at all.
Yep, so let's see what this dice roll is. If your attack value is 1+, you may exhaust a cube to gain 1 damage.
I don't think you're going to be 1 plus. So we have to roll dice now. You might not beat this guy.
Nope.
Unless I get really bad rolls. So one of those, and...
How about I roll?
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch me fail miserably, 'cause that's what I normally do. Told you.
Yep. Okay, so, 2 damage.
Yeah.
So he does 1 damage to you.
No. 2 damage.
No, 1 damage. Oh, you're right.
2
Thank
damage.
You're right, 2 damage. I missed that. I missed the extra icon at the end. So you take 2 damage. You do not beat him, so you don't get the food. You still get an experience point, though. And you still complete the quest. So at least you complete the quest. But we don't get the extra loot of the food.
Yeah.
And you took damage.
And I took damage.
But you drew to both your exhaust cards, too.
I don't.
Wait, were you supposed to draw a second one? The top one different? The second one, I mean?
Oh, I could
Wasn't
have.
that- Maybe we should go back. Let's go back. So you drew this one first, and your second one didn't have an attack on the top, right?
Yeah, because I chose this one.
Because you chose that one, so you were supposed to draw a second card
I was.
instead of this
Okay,
one.
so I guess we'll just back up.
Yeah, we're just going to back up a little bit, so... Okay, now does that do something different now?
Doesn't do anything different for the top. Means that he had just no damage to him, and
But now the bottom might be different.
bottom would be different.
So let's resolve the bottom properly now.
Because I got
That's
2
what you had
hits,
last time.
and he got 30.
I think it's still the same.
Except I get 1 less damage.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Nothing major happened differently. She just took 1 less damage. She still didn't kill it, though.
Nope.
Alright, so these go back to you.
Yeah, since I draw them randomly.
Yep. So you finished that part of your
Actually,
turn. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
And I completed that mission, so now I think we're gonna...
Yeah, I find it weird in the game that you fight somebody, you get hurt, you get experience, and you still finish a mission, though. That seems kind of weird to me.
Yep, we're not gonna question it.
No, we're not going to question it, but just still seems kind of weird.
End of the day, Daddy.
End of day. Let's refresh our map queue. Mountain?
City, city, city.
Mount. Oh, can't do another mountain, so.
City, city. City.
Rural.
Dang it!
Why do you need a city? You don't need a city for the second quest.
Not for the second one. I already have everything I need for the second one.
Okay. It's fine. I guess you do need 2 cities, though, don't you?
Yes. Because I have another forest, and now I have another rural.
Well, it's an event, so you could do a map thing if you want to refresh the queue. You gotta put out your tokens. Need the scavenge tokens.
Oh, yeah. Come on, shopping cart. Dang it.
Gear. Doesn't help.
Tire.
Tire. No luck here. No luck right now. Well, it is an event, though, so you don't have to pick them right now anyway.
Level 2. Those are the only monsters we have now.
Yep. Only level 2 monsters to
And the
fight
good
now.
forge one goes away.
I know, right? That's sad. Did you... Never mind.
Do I have someone resourceful? No. Okay. Flashes of light stamp your surroundings. Oh. Flashes of light stamp your surroundings into your memory seconds before the sound of bison stampede rolls over you. The majestic dark skies would be inspiring if you were not out here trudging through what seemed like the second apocalypse.
Sweet.
When you trek, you suffer 1 fatigue. When you forage, you lose 1 morale.
Oh, that one.
Leave this card. Did I not shuffle these?
I told you. It doesn't feel like it did. You shuffled them back to where they were. Almost.
Except the last one.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that was the
That one
third
was
card.
different.
That was the third card from yesterday.
Okay, so when you trek, you lose, what, a fatigue?
Yep.
And when you forage, you lose a morale?
Correct?
Okay. That sucks for you right now.
Yep.
Oh, weren't you supposed to use an ammo, too? For fighting last turn? I think you forgot.
Yes.
So what would you like to do?
I say trek to the next location. Over.
Okay, because you did a force, and this one could be anything.
Yeah, so another force.
Why wouldn't you just march, though, and put down a new tile?
Oh, yeah,
And save your
let's do
force
that.
for your other
Let's do
mission.
that. Let's do that.
Of course, if it's city, you'll be upset.
Gimme.
Rural. Well, you don't want it to be a city right now.
I know.
If it's a city, you use it, and you want to save that.
We'll go here. Let's fight. Level 2, please. I think I need camp soon.
Yeah, probably. A seeker.
Oh.
He's mutant.
Oh.
That's why I
Seeker
was.
sight during ranged combat.
Because I was going to say you probably want to camp instead, but first, before you did this.
Probably.
Because you all saw your big attack cards.
Yep. Seeker sight during ranged combat. If this enemy does not roll any results, it rerolls all of them.
Once. We rolls both dice once.
Let's see what I got. Okay, we're going to use my strong one.
Probably a good idea.
Sadly enough, that's my strongest one now. We only did 1 damage to him.
Really? You could spend an extra ammo.
We're doing that.
And then you do 2 damage to him, right?
Yep.
So now he rolls and gets to hit you now. I guess range doesn't give him any mutant thing. It's only on melee, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oop, sorry, I was supposed to roll in here.
You did worse
I
than me
did.
when you rolled on the table.
I did actually roll already, so we'll just keep those, because I did roll those results on here. It's true. Trying to be nice to her right now.
Please.
So you take 1
to
damage.
me. And now we do the melee.
Yes, the melee sucks, too.
Yep. It's horrible.
Are you rolling or am I rolling?
How about I roll half them, you roll half them?
Okay, you pick 2.
Good, I'll take the easier ones.
I won't say they're easier, but okay. Well, that's somewhat good, though, because, I mean, you do take 2 damage, but he only rolled 1 attack.
Yeah.
But he does get another attack, though. So, what's your attack? You have 3 attack.
Yeah.
And 1 shield.
Yeah.
So he has 2 attack. Because he got that one plus the 1 on his card.
Yeah.
So you actually beat him by 1.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to do? So you do have a melee attack value of 1 plus. Do you want to spend a boost to get an extra damage?
No.
You don't need to?
No.
Okay.
2 got me 3.
Okay. So he's dead.
Yes.
So you will die. However, you get 2 experience for that. Nice. Yeah, you got your food. He does still deal you 1 damage because you have 1 shield, which prevents 1 of these damages, but the other one you get hit with. So you do get a mutation, unless you just want to get rid of it immediately. Let's see what it does first.
Let's see what it does first. Your maximum hand size for terrain and scavenging sites can be...
You okay with that one, or do you want to get rid of it?
Sits right there. We need a camp. Badly.
I told you. You need to get rid of flank attack now.
Anyways, I need to move to the mountain location.
Why? Oh, to finish the quest?
Yep.
Yep. Which one did you lose? Flank attack?
That's mine.
Sorry. Took it from her. I'm trying to steal it all. Trying to steal everything. But yes, you're right. You're definitely going to have to camp soon. So. Okay, so you did a trek.
Thinking maybe it might be a good idea just to camp here.
You want to go to camp here?
Yeah.
So you lose a second action, right?
Which means I'm going to eat a food.
Yep.
And now I get to do what I want to do, and I think I need some help.
So how many of the cards do you want to get back?
Making 2.
Okay, at random, right?
Yep.
So you have to pick 2 of those. Do I need to shuffle? Are you okay?
There's 3 cards. I don't think there's much to shuffle.
Okay.
Just take the bottom 2. Okay, I lost distance shot.
Okay. So you got 2 back, and then what are you going to get back now? 2 health?
Yep.
Okay. So you're at what? 4 health now?
Yep.
Did you move the... Yeah, we moved it up. Never mind. You're good.
Yeah.
All right, so you camped, right?
Yep, I did all my actions.
Did all your actions. End of turn then, right?
Correct, so I don't have to eat food in the morning.
Correct. But we still have to do end of day stuff. So that does not need to be done. Experience. Do you want to spend 5 experience to get a new ability or skill? Why'd you move that?
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm confusing
I don't know
myself.
what you're doing.
Yep, I just confusing myself.
Okay. So, are you going to spend 5 experience to get a skill?
Oh, yes,
That's what I
please.
just said. Okay. I was waiting on you to acknowledge what I was saying. She's a little behind
No,
right now.
I don't want to acknowledge anything.
Apparently, geez.
No acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got... Those are what I can get. Let's see, I can get... If you have more shoots than your maximum allowed by range, gain 1 more. Okay, there's not really a point for that. When you map may exhaust, don't care. I'm thinking headshot.
Sounds like a good idea. You already have snipe?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the ability that lets me draw another one.
Got it.
Lose 5 experience, and I get to add a new card in. And the stupid peg fell over.
Yeah, one other complaint I have with the game so far is the pegs. They don't fit in the holes, so they're very easy to knock over. So it would have been nicer if the pegs maybe fit better or weren't quite as top heavy somehow. I don't know.
Make the cardboard thicker. Just top these off. Make them so they are not just straight pillars.
Which is basically everything I just said.
Yep, exactly.
So if you have another way to track stuff, maybe if you have some extra cubes lying around, maybe would work better. I don't know. I feel like cubes might work better.
Yes.
I get black and red cubes, but they need for players, so I don't know. But I would say that would be a good enhancement request for the creator.
Yeah. Okay. And now it's time for the morning.
Did you add your new card in? Your deck?
Yes.
Okay. Morning phase, so you don't have to eat a food because we're already in a place with food. So now you need to flip over the broadcast token or the round token. Nothing happens.
That means all 3 are in the last 6.
We had something like that happen last time, I think. Or maybe we had one earlier.
And we had
remember.
2 in a row.
Did we? Okay.
And the other 2 were in a row.
Next up is you get a map tile. Do you want a mountain or a rural? Neither of which you really need. You can just discard it. I mean, you're going to be maxed out anyway. Do you want the gear or the tire?
I want the gear.
You want the gear? Take the gear. You will take and you will like it. All right. Tire, can you put up on the top thingy? I moved the dice tray that time. I didn't move the camera for the dice tray. All right.
One more and I have to lose a food.
Or take 2 hit points of damage.
And we really need to get this mission done.
Oh, the tracker moves up 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. She's at 4. So if we don't get that thing moved down by 1, we're going to be out in 2 turns. We'll be dead. So.
Yeah. So pretty much as long as we go here and complete this mission.
Yeah, at least go down by 1. Then, once we complete both of the level 1 missions, you can then fight a boss, a mutant boss. And if you beat the mutant boss, the token will also go down by 1. So.
Other thing is I need to put a tire here, and I need to put in one of these 3 locations
Shopping cart.
a shopping cart.
Which you don't have yet.
And also move it down. And I haven't seen a flipping shopping cart since the one I put up there.
I know, right? Okay. Next. So what are you doing?
Trek.
Are you going to do anything else today other than trek?
Yes.
What?
Forage.
Okay, so you probably should forage first and end there with the trek. Because then you can put your camp token there and not use the food next time.
You're right. I guess we'll forage here then.
So I think ahead.
I don't.
She doesn't.
Ever.
Which is why she's not very good at games where you fight against other players.
Nope. And
Just don't even bother putting the food back because you got to use it to second action.
Fair enough. And I got some ammo. That's actually probably a good thing.
You need an ammo anyway, so.
Yep, and then I think that's in there.
Trek.
Now time to trek.
But you do lose morale and fatigue for doing that, right?
Yep. So
Because of the event right now.
my fatigue goes down, my morale goes down twice.
Why twice? Oh, yes. Yep.
Because I lose morale. And...
Yep. I said yes. I understand.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Level 2 monster.
Yeah.
A tackler. So they're not a ranged person, at least. That's
I
kind
can
of
do
nice.
that. I need to find a better gun.
You're definitely going to need to do lots of damage right out the gate, though. You want to try to kill this guy in the first ranged hit. That's the only nice thing with the monsters that are only melee. They can't hurt you with range as long as you can kill them first. So, I mean, she has 2 cards that are top heavy with 3 damage, I think, on both. So she'll probably want to use one of those to start with to try to do max amount of damage. What? Do you disagree?
No, you're right. I'm just thinking.
Because then I think next turn anyway, she's going to need a
both of the top 3 ones have no melee on the bottom.
That's why you just got to make sure you kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case, you can use an extra ammo to do.
Would be the best card.
Would it? I think your other one would be better.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it does.
I would need a 2 either way.
No, you wouldn't. Do you understand? Well, no, you can do that one. That one will work. That one's fine. Because if you don't, you just spend an extra ammo. And you can still kill it, regardless of which one you use.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. Alright, so skill upgrade. She is using her headshot, which gives her 2 attack. You get to redraw that one. She gets 2 attack plus 1 damage automatically. That actually is good. So now she got 4 attack, which with her gun does 2 damage, and she got an extra damage from the teardrop, so that is 3 damage. She dies.
Yeah.
But you did use 1 ammo, so you didn't have to use 2 ammo.
Yeah.
That's good. So you get a new follower if you want, along with 2 experience points.
We're going to look at the followers, because our follower kind of sucks.
Wrong follower. Which one?
Either one. We'll look to see what he does, and then I'll decide.
This is the Guru. He's charismatic and opportunistic. When you forage, recover 1 boost. Discard this card if you get knocked out.
I haven't used a single boost yet.
Yeah, you just haven't needed one for anything.
No, because none of my things really use them.
Well, only your hand axe right now.
Yeah, only my hand axe.
So what do you want? You want to keep him? Get rid of the girl, maybe? She's only giving you an extra morale, which honestly isn't that helpful.
Goodbye, girl.
Sorry, little girl, we're leaving you behind. You have to now survive out in the wild yourself.
Well, we already saved 1 girl, so it doesn't really matter if we save the other one.
Alright, and now you're going to burn your card for the landmark to put a camp token down so you don't use the food at the beginning of next turn.
Yeah. And I recover 1 morale.
Do you? Oh, yeah. And you place a camp token on the terrain.
But I don't get to actually camp.
No, that's only an unfortunate part. If you actually got a camp, that would be an awesome landmark. Because then you get a free camp.
It should be useful.
You still save the food, so that's at least still good. Because you only have 2 food right now. You're struggling a little more with food and stuff in this turn. By the way, you got to put that card back in your deck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
End of the day. Oh, that sounded weird.
End of the day.
Didn't I say that?
City. And rural.
Shopping cart, shopping cart, shopping cart, shopping cart.
Let me draw those 2.
Yes, actually.
You're not having very much luck today.
No, I keep not drawing a shopping cart. A stupid, stupid shopping cart.
Did you say a stupid, stupid shopping cart?
Yes.
Why is it stupid, stupid?
Because it's stupid, stupid. Hey, Kevin.
Of course I drew 2 shopping carts.
Really?
And a gear.
I hate you right now.
Oh, fine. I'll take the shopping cart back.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay.
I touch it.
Nothing happens, but it's event time.
Didn't you complete the guy and finish the quest? Because the marker was supposed to go down. That quest is done. You didn't put your quest token down. You're falling behind a little bit.
Whatever. I don't care. New event card. Let's see what our event card is. Oh, storage caches again. Okay.
Oh, there's more than one? No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was just double checking to make sure I wasn't going crazy, but yeah, we have storage caches again.
That was lucky. So that's the one that gave you 2 food and 2 of whatever, or some other thing?
Yeah.
Whatever you wanted?
Pretty much.
Probably still be worthwhile to get 2 food and 2 whatever.
2 bullets, probably.
Oh, you didn't get your tile and stuff.
Not today.
Oh, that's right. It's tomorrow.
Correct.
So,
I think
what are you doing today?
I think we
Do you
should
need
check
to-
here. But we need a forge too.
Okay. Might camp too soon, though.
That too.
Gonna try to camp the next day?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably a good idea. Forage in the forest.
Forge first.
So you get 2 food. Or just take 1 food because you're going to use the second one anyway, right? And taking 2 ammo?
1. Oh, yeah. Ammo. Sorry.
I don't know. If you don't want ammo, you don't have to have it. But
No.
you only have 2, so.
I'm used to the normal rules for a forest. I was forgetting
Oh, right.
storage caches all of a sudden. Okay, yeah, I'll take the ammo, please.
I think you need the ammo more than the other stuff right now.
And we only took 1 food, so that can just immediately start trekking right here.
At least the other thing's gone. You don't take fatigue or morale damage.
Yep, I'm checking, so please turn over the card. And watch me die.
Oh! A whisperer.
No!
What?
I don't like whispers.
What?
Voices. Roll the d6. If the result is higher than your mind, lose 2 morale.
Okay, now wait. You have an option here. That gun that you have can increase the speed by burning a black boost or something, wasn't it? I think she wanted to do that. So now you still have to do 3 damage, so you probably still want to use your big card, because you're going to camp next time probably, right?
Where is it?
Okay, so this is 3 damage right out of the bat. And now she's going to draw her second card.
Dang it! Hold on.
You can use ammo. You have to use 2 anyway. And she now does 5 to it, right?
Die, stupid lady.
So she's using an extra ammo because of her gun to get 1 extra attack damage, or 1 extra attack hit, I guess, value. And that gives her 5, which her gun with 5 does 3 hit points of damage, which kills the Whisperer. And because she increased her speed by using a boost, it does not get to do its effect, which would have been potentially bad.
Ouch. What do I get as a reward?
You get 1 random of the recovery items.
And 2 experience.
And 2 experience, yep.
Should I take fatigue or morale? I think the morale.
You
No.
think?
Health.
You want health back up? That's probably a good idea.
We're gonna take the health. And I did a thing here, so first quest done.
Yep, first quest is completed. Now, she has to do 4 quests. Or 4, not quests, I guess technically 4 total treks in order to finish this. So in the game, I think we had 1 round where we didn't do a trek. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it can't be. We had to have done 2 rounds where we didn't trek.
Yeah, that's it.
So if you skip more than 3 rounds of trekking when you're playing solo, I think that gives you like right at the end of the day to finish. So if you do 4, you might not be able to beat the game. So you definitely have to do a trek almost every day.
Yeah.
Or it gets really difficult. The problem was we couldn't trek because the tiles were wrong. So we actually had bad luck this game with drawing tiles, which was the problem. So the camp token, by the way, should be reset.
Yeah.
Back to you.
And I think that's all I can do because now I kind of have to end day. Because I did both my actions.
That's true. Yeah, you did. You have 4 experience. Is there any skill you want to get? Or were you good?
I don't want any of my skills right now.
Okay.
So I think it's time for... Oh, we were supposed to flip the boss over.
Oh, yeah. We did forget to flip the boss. We were actually supposed to do that at the beginning of the game. Oh, of course. You got Cat. She's the tougher one, I think.
Cut her cat face. She is.
Yeah.
She absolutely sucks.
Yeah. Not so good there.
I'd rather not have to fight her. Okay. End of day, so which means I don't want to spend experience. Those have already been switched. Next day, I eat a food. And I flip the day. And
Story time.
And this moves up.
Oh, you have to grab a... I guess you want city and shopping cart. Lucky I drew both of those because you need those,
And
right?
we'll get rid of my...
You put the gear up. Oh, yeah, you have to get rid of stuff. What do you want to get rid of?
I want to keep these 3. I know we need another...
Why'd you give this to me? You have the bag.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to go up. That should get, the other one just gets discarded.
Yeah, I know.
All right, because of the mutation that she has currently, she had to lose one of the 4 slots she had in her storage for scavenger items and map tiles. So she kept the city and the tire and the shopping cart.
Yeah, kind of got rid of everything else. We kind of need to keep what we had.
What?
Well, because we need a city more than we need another roll. Yes, we do need to find another roll.
I was going to say, we need another rural.
Yes, but we need cities more because we need 2.
Could have dropped the tire, though, and kept the rural.
I know.
Okay.
But I kind of need to... We need...
You need the tire there, you need the shopping cart in the other place, so
Yeah.
you can finish the thing. I understand. Are you done? Are you doing anything? 'Cause,
time for...
It's a story, so I need... you have the bag.
Oh, yeah, I have to
Which is what I was saying. You have all the stuff. She's not paying attention right now.
No, I'm not. 12.
Hey, at least another new one. Oop, wrong book. Helps if we get the right book.
Yeah, I think so.
12. A musical soiree. You follow the twang of a banjo to a crossroads and meet a dashing figure in combat boots, ripped denim, and a pristine leather jacket. I follow the road to find the spirit of this new age. I'm sure there's a song in your story if you wouldn't mind sharing some food or a sip of booze. That's actually the end of the question. You have 3 options. You can A, you break open your supplies and sit down for some entertainment. This costs 1 food or 1 booze. You hand over the food or booze, but try to seduce the singer. This costs 1 food or 1 booze. Take a mind challenge, success on 3, major success on 4, or you refuse.
So our options are to try to seduce him, give him food or booze, or do nothing.
Yes.
I say we try to seduce him.
I figured you would say that. Because that's what you always want to do.
Yes.
All right, so you have to do a mind test. Mind challenge. Success on 3, major success on 4.
Do I have any good ones left, actually?
Do you want to check before you make that decision what you want to do?
Nope, I'm fine.
I mean, you're probably going to have to camp anyway.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
So.
We'll just start with my heavy hitter.
Okay, flip. Done.
That was easy enough, actually.
Mm-hmm. It was.
What's my last one?
6.
Too bad they don't have anything higher than that.
I know, right? Well, it's funny. This kind of works like Tainted Grail a little bit with the different outcomes based on what your rolls are.
Yeah, exactly. Is he a bard or something?
You see a bard or something? I don't know. He sounds kind of like a bard.
Yeah, he's talking about music and everything.
He's got a banjo and he's trying to get booze or food. Kind of reminds me of the bard in The Witcher.
Oh my god, yes!
That got a response, didn't it? All right.
We were just watching that last night.
4 plus. The singer is won over by your charm, and the night is alive with more than just music. Minus 1 food or booze, so you gotta lose the food. You already lose the food for start of the day stuff? Okay.
No, I was in a camp beforehand.
Oh, you were in a camp?
Yeah, I was back here at the camp.
How would you have been back there for the camp? You moved and...
Oh, never mind. You're right.
So
I'm getting crazy.
did you use the food for the beginning of the day, or did you take a morale
I
hit?
used
That was the fatigue hit. Okay. You get 2 experience and 2 morale. You only get 1 morale because she's maxed out of 5. So She keeps knocking the pegs over. That was the problem I was saying about the pegs not fitting very well. That's it. Okay?
I don't like the pegs.
I can't help you there. Sorry. Like I said, use a cube or something next time, maybe.
Okay, so have I done anything this turn yet?
No, that was the beginning of the day. That was the story.
Oh, yeah.
You broadcast. You got your map tile.
I moved the thing
You
down.
move the thing. You need to get put your do not exhaust back in your deck. You haven't done anything this turn. So what are you going to do this turn? You're out of pretty much all your major cards, so you kind of are going to have to camp, I feel like.
Yeah, we're gonna...
You might have to camp and then trek into a city.
Yeah.
Or you can trek to a city and then camp. I don't care. But the trekking into a city is only dangerous because you have to use all your big attack cards.
We should camp first.
Probably. Best idea. And you may just want to get back all four of those cards because the only thing you're down on is fatigue, so it's not really that big a deal.
Agreed. I want all my big attack cards back. Dang it!
I can't really reach it.
Watch this. I'm gonna hit the camera and I know it.
Probably. I'll hold the camera. She's being Butterfingers, dropping cards again. It happens. Yay, she got it.
I didn't touch the camera either.
I know, right?
Haha, I'm better than you now.
I don't care. So you camped. Are you going to be able to trek? You're out of food, too. Because you got to use food now. And you're not going to need food next turn. And you're moving out of the campsite.
Might be a good idea to forage.
You're just going to have to be careful because it only gives you 3 turns left. You're going to fight a mutant boss then. Next turn.
Yeah. I hate this right
The
now.
problem is if you don't kill the mutant boss, you die, though.
Yes.
It's tricky. Or, you could try to fight the mutant boss now where you... I can't do where you are.
I'd have to go to the forest nearby. Because this is the only open free spot right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And also, you do need a forest.
Well, you could march, though, and place one nearby.
Yeah, because I do need that as well.
Or move, actually. You can move and place it nearby. You don't have to march. March will give you a free tile, but may not be the one you need.
Yeah.
Actually, the only one that would hurt you would be forest and mountain. So what do you want to do? Do you want to move over to the forest and fight a boss now?
It might be the best idea.
Okay. Worst case, you can take a food hit next turn and not use it.
Pretty much.
Alright, so now we're going to try to fight the mutant boss. Can you hand me the mutant boss?
Only sad thing is I can't put something through here while I'm passing.
Now, mutant bosses work a little differently than normal fights.
And they still suck.
In solo mode, you're most likely going to have to fight a couple of them, I feel like, just because the way the game accelerates the mutant fighting. So...
I hate this. I hate this person.
You don't have mind to 4+. So, she only has 4 hit points, though, at least. What?
Oh, I've got 3. Dang it.
Well, use your attack card that has 1 automatic damage, though. That would help you. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, before you interrupted me, mutant bosses are slightly different. You have 1 ranged combat, and then you end up with 2 rounds of melee combat. So, plus, since she's a mutant, you're going to take a mutation if you take any damage from melee, so which you most likely will.
Don't like this card.
What? Why? Oh, yeah, that's true. You're going to have no damage on the bottom. But you may not have much choice.
Yeah, I don't have any other instant hits except for mine do not exhaust them, which means there's no damage on the bottom anyways.
Do you have anything? How about that? No, do you have one that does like 1 point of damage on the top, but nothing on the bottom, or not? Oh, that's your exhaust card. Okay.
The best one would probably be this.
Okay, that's what you want to do. So the problem is the card that you pick is going to be used for both melee combats. So the only concern she had is if you do the big attack on the top, it had an X on the melee on the bottom, so it's going to be very hard to do any melee damage.
And considering if you do 2 rounds of melee.
Yeah, with 2 different cards. So let's go and do the first card. What you got? It's actually not a bad card. So 4, but... Oh, you have to use an ammo.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay.
I guess. That's it. And then I try to attack her. She moves my thing 2 down, which means I only do 1 hit point of damage to her.
You can't. You need 4 to do more damage.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put a cube on her.
Why? Oh,
She
for
has
damage.
three
Fine. So she has 1 hit point of damage. She has 3 left. So now we have to try to do attack on the bottom part to see if you can actually do anything to her. Which is really tough because there are 5 dice in here to roll.
So I put this card back now? Can I
No.
draw a new one?
No.
Okay.
Why would you draw a new one?
I don't know.
We're doing the melee attack now.
Oh, yeah.
And then you draw a second one for the second melee attack. You don't get another range attack.
Yeah.
So am I rolling or are you rolling?
Not me.
Okay. This is probably really bad.
Yeah, I'm betting it.
Mutant bosses are probably the hardest things to fight in the game.
Because they have veteran dices.
Oh.
Holy crap!
Oh, I just wrecked you. Only good part, you're going to take a bunch of damage, but the only good thing is there are only 2 attacks here.
Which means I hit her.
But you're taking like 4 damage right off the bat.
Yep.
Oh, you're down to 1 hit point. That's going to be close.
Wait, 4 damage?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, crap.
You might get KO'd by her in the first round. We'll see.
Maybe.
But with only those 2 hits, you were hit for 3. So if you do use a black boost, you gain a damage, which means it takes 2, 3, 4. She's dead. Right?
Die. Bye-bye.
Okay. So you basically used everything you had.
Everything.
She used the last boost she had to gain an extra damage for having the 1 hit point more than her, or for attacks for having 3 instead of 2 of those. She gets 1, which gives her 2 damage with her weapon, and having the 1 from the ranged now did 4 damage to the mutant enemy, but you do get a major mutation. Reduce your maximum morale by 1. This is Whisper's Mind. If you do not have a visible mutation token, you already had one, you may spend 3 recovery points to discard the card at any time. When you discard the card, increase your maximum morale by 1. It's not the worst case scenario, I guess. But unfortunately, you're going to have to camp again next turn. Oh, tracker goes down 1.
Stupid bosses.
Now, you do get, the victory points don't matter because we're not in multiplayer. So she does get 2 experience, though, for killing the boss.
I'm going to use some experience, too, at the end of the day. Stupid bosses. Stupid cat face.
Yeah, the bosses are definitely the troubling thing in the game that you have to worry about.
One. Don't be 3.5. Don't be 3.5. Don't be 3.5.
What, 3 arms? It's not. It's the rhino guy.
Oh,
we didn't fight him, so I don't know what he does yet. Yeah, they have 4 mutant bosses. Not good, huh?
No.
Okay. They have 4 mutant bosses, though, so it's they're all pretty challenging. It would be nice if there was a way to add more bosses in the game, maybe, because a little more variety, I think, would be better. Especially in solo, because you're going to have to fight several of them in solo, potentially, to not lose. And it's a little frustrating to do it, so. Anywho, continuing on.
Yes.
So you ended the day there. You got to put a mission token down. So we did do a trek. We beat a monster. Or survived. Either case. So as far as I understand, that still lets us put a mission token down. So we still need 2 more treks to finish the game. You need 1 trek in a city and then another trek in another city to finish. So that's all your stuff for this turn, right?
Yep.
When you moved...
We need to finish before day 14.
When you trek, do you get to put a token down when you move into a next space or just the one you're in?
I hope we do, because then I'll have part of it done. But I don't think so.
No, you can't. You can do that when you map. Actually, if you map next turn, if you wanted to, you could place scavenge tokens in both the squares around you and place new tiles.
I like that idea, but we need to camp.
Problem is you have you'd have to probably skip a turn anyway. It's an event next turn, though. So, unfortunately, you lose your nice forage this turn. Your 2 food and 2 everything else.
You need a forage, too.
I know you do. You need to do a lot of things. Which is not easy right now.
Heck no.
All right. Did you want to get rid of any of your mutations yet, or do you want to save in case you get a worse one than those two?
Worst one.
Okay. Well, you could camp and map next turn if you want. You still have 3 more turns after that to finish 2 more things.
And yeah, I can just take a fatigue too.
Yeah, for the food.
Yep. Okay, let's see if we can survive this. Except I'm gonna look at my experience things first.
How much do you have now?
I have 8.
Oh, 8 experience points. Nice.
Because I haven't looked in a while and just been collecting experience.
I'll go ahead and refresh the map queue while you're doing that. Oh, a city. You need that.
This one's nice.
City.
City!
And a mountain. Oh, a mountain's useless. Here, hand me the tokens. I'll put tokens down. What? Don't throw those next time.
Got it.
I know the bag's tight, but if it fell and loosened itself up, I'd have tiles everywhere on the floor.
You're right. Sorry.
And I would have to smack you. Very hard.
Wouldn't you do that anyways?
Probably. I'm keeping these now.
Okay.
Thrower of stuff. Oh, crap. Stay there. Come on, pick something. We gotta finish this up. We're almost done, so. Are you getting anything?
Yes. The ones that help with fighting.
The what?
The ones that help with fighting.
Ah. Alright, all done?
Yes.
Alright, we got new map tiles out.
Okay. And I
Next
flip
day,
this.
flip. It's an event. Another story mode. So get your story tile. Let's see what you got.
60.
60.
Here you go.
That's a late one in the book. And that's not the right book. That's the rules.
You've done that twice now.
I know, right? It's okay. Oh, don't you take a fatigue hit too?
Yes.
We have doorbell. Pardon us one moment while someone goes to get the door.
Yeah. That's me.
And then we will continue.
You can't get out of your seat.
Don't we go and read or wait till you get back?
Read it. Just read it.
This is
Hide for me too.
Puppet on a String. For the longest time, you have the strangest sensation that you're being followed. Worse than that there's someone with you in your head. You start feeling your thoughts going in directions that are not your own, and your limbs obeying commands you did not give them. You resist, take a mind challenge, success on 4, or we can go along with this and see where it goes. Well, I think we might as well go ahead and try to take a mind challenge because I don't want to know what happens if we don't. So somebody's trying to control our body right now. So we have a success on 4, take a mind challenge, success versus her deck. Yeah, it's so far away. Oh. Alright, I think we're going to do frontal attack, which is 2 mind on the bottom. First one is 2 more. Well, we already won on that one, so I think we'll just keep it. We already got 4. We needed 4 to win. That one gets discarded. And now we have, you call upon every reserve of will you have and manage to subdue the invading presence, plus 2 experience and plus 1 morale. All right. So we had 1 morale. Whoops. And I'm knocking over all the pegs.
Really?
Yeah, all the pegs are going everywhere.
Why do they see my problem?
And 2 experience.
Not too bad.
So now we are, I think we did everything on our first turn. This was an event. Oh, we need a new event. New event card. Oh, everything's so far away from me. Ah, okay, I got it. New event card. All right. Animals have a weird relationship with mutants. Some mutants can coax a wild creature to eat out of their hand, while others install a primal fear in anything that moves. The latter kind must be around. The past few days, have seen herds of wild animals stampeding all over the wilds. When you forage, roll the d6. If the result is higher than your speed, you lose a health point. Leave this card in play until the next event card is drawn. If you have an insightful follower, which we don't, we get to ignore the effect. So that is pretty terrible right now. All right. Yeah, she only has 1 hit point left. So if we try to forage and roll a d6, I feel like she's going to have to camp before we really get to do anything. But we need a map too so we can get the thing down one more. We can map next turn, so maybe we should camp. And then she has a city token, so we could actually... I mean, we could move and trek, but my concern is we only have 1 hit point, and I don't want us to get into a situation where we're going to die. So I think we're going to have to camp first, and then maybe we'll trek. So let's do that. Let's camp first. Okay, so we're going to put a camp token here. Yeah, we're going to have to camp and forage, I feel like. It really sucks. I really want to be able to forage, but I can't. We're going to have to camp first. Crap. So annoying. Alright, we're going to just camp here. And then we will get back. We definitely need some hit points back. And I feel like we should get a boost back. So let's get 1, 2, 3 hit points back, so we're up to 4. And I think we're going to need 1 boost for later. I think we're okay on the 2 cards that are in there. Except our fatigue took a hit too. So maybe we'll get 2 hit points back and 1 fatigue. I still feel like we need 1 boost for later, though, just in case we need it for something. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Well, getting rough here now. So we camped out. And let's go ahead and forage now, because at least we have some health back, so if we take another hit, at least we should be okay. So we're going to camp. That will give us 2 food. Actually, it just gives us 1 food because we had to use 1 for doing the second action. And now we have to roll a d6. Oh, rolled a 1. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, this dice is interesting. They're all slashes. It's actually kind of hard to read the higher numbers, so you've got to kind of count them each one. But I rolled a 1. Therefore, we don't take the extra point of damage. And we can get 1 random boost we can fix. Let's go ahead and get another health back. So we'll get a pill and then use it immediately just to get that effect. Yeah, I think I like that idea. So let's do that. And then we will... What is the extra loot? I can't see the extra loot. It is blue, which is a handgun. Let's not take the chance. I don't want to waste the mind right now, so we're just not going to do it now. So we're going to camp, forage. We got some food back. And I think we're just going to end the turn there.
I'm back.
So we got 2 experience and a morale from the event.
Okay.
I went in and camped and got you back some health and a black cube because I figured we could at least have 1 black cube in case we need it.
That's a good idea.
And then I foraged here.
Okay.
Our new event. When you forage, you have to roll a d6, and if you roll above your speed, you lose a hit point.
Oof.
So I rolled a 1 on camera, so got that good right
on
there.
Camera.
I did a roll right there on camera. It was a 1. I showed them all the hashtags and everything on it. Hash marks.
Okay.
So we are done with that.
Mm-hmm.
I got you back another health point with the medicine.
Okay.
So you're up to 4 hit points now, at least 4 morale. I reduced fatigue by 1, increased health by 2, and then reduced your 2... Or got your black cube back. I figured you didn't need the cards back necessarily right now. I figured you're okay on cards, so I figured that was the best bet. And that should be the end of the turn then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did not get to place it. I wanted to place stuff, but I figured it wasn't really feasible this turn. I figured next turn, at the beginning of the turn, you can map, and we can place down a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And we have to gain one of those, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, I'm thinking we should also get rid of the mutation. for losing an extra map tile.
I like that idea.
Because then you can at least get the city tile, because you need the city tile, and you can place both city tiles, so you have everything you need for the final mission.
Let's do that.
You know what I mean? Okay.
With this.
So that was going to be my question to you, but I was waiting till you got back. So, and you do use your vaccine pump equipment now, but I think that actually came in handy. So.
And I'm just going to take my gun off of her just in case.
Okay.
She dies. Or we
you
get
die.
knocked out, technically.
Yep. All right, so now the end of the turn is up. Do you want to use any experience for anything?
No.
Because you have 5. Nothing else left you want to get? Nothing else that may be helpful? I mean, what is that one?
If you have more of those things, then your maximum allowed ranged weapon gain 1. Means I'd have to get 6, which is nearly impossible.
But it could happen.
Yeah. The other ones aren't really useful for fighting. One that can't even use. One's for mapping. That should be useful.
Which one? Yeah, actually, that would be useful.
That would be more useful.
I would get that one over that one. Silly. That's 2.
And the
Oops. The black peg's rolling away.
well, yeah, you already had Fiasco with them.
I know, right?
When you map, you may no, that's not useful.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I want to get.
What did the mapping one do?
When you map, you may exhaust a cube to swap the positions of any 2 adjacent scavenge sites on the quadrants of the map, which we don't.
I mean, that's not bad though.
It's not. It's just not useful right now.
Right. I agree.
So I think that's it, and now it's time for next morning.
Yep. So move the mute tracker up. You're in a campsite. You don't have to use food, and no event or no other thing happens.
Here's what the last 2 is.
And you're getting this, I'm assuming.
Yep.
But just tossing the other one.
Yep.
I got the bag for that, and the other one goes up to the top.
Yes. And shoot.
All right. So now the plan is to, I think, map.
Yes, definitely map.
So do your map stuff. Now, with the map, you're able to refresh the queue in solo, but we don't have anything up there, so we're going to skip that portion of it. But it does allow her to place down any tiles in any adjacent areas or the one she's in, along with scavenge tokens. So she placed everything down now, and I think she's going to flip her scavenge tokens now. You can have 1 scavenge token in each place, but you can flip them to get whatever the recon objective
We're going to
is.
go in order. Shopping cart, flask, tire, gear, shopping cart. Did the last one.
That gives her the
Track
recon
moves
objective
down.
of doing that. So in
Good.
solo mode, I would definitely recommend, if you can, set up that bottom tracking thing down 1, because you're going to be very close if you don't.
Oh, yeah. We barely survived yesterday.
And essentially, we have to trek now in these 2 places and win, and we can win the game. If not, then our second trek is going to have to be against a mutant boss to try to kill it. Actually, no, I guess we don't have to. Yeah, we might have to try to fight a mutant boss, because if not, your tracker's going to go up on the final phase and we die. So it's going to be interesting. See if we can make this out or not.
Well, it only can move up 1 more.
That's true.
We can only go up to
It's actually
4.
we are safe right now.
Yeah.
So we don't have to fight another
So-
mutant boss. Good.
Unless we get something where it says you
Move
have
the
to move
tracker
your
up.
moon tracker up.
The only thing that would happen is if we got that other thing at the top all the way up, and we actually have managed to position the negative boost on the top card to where actually we're in a good shape. So we're not close to getting that tracker up.
Yeah.
Now that we did it correctly, we did that wrong last time,
Yes.
which is why we had to fight like 2 mutant bosses and it was terrible.
So I think we should probably eat food and go to one of the trek to one of the 2 nearby locations.
I would agree. Which one do you want to trek to?
Oh, and we get a cube back because my new card just recovered.
Oh yeah,
one
map. You did recover 1 black token. So I think that worked out pretty well.
And then I think we should trek up here.
Okay.
And we use a food since we did another action.
Yep.
Since we did another action.
Good English. That works. All right.
I don't got good English.
Here's our combat card. Level 2 combat card. Oh, a ganker. The upgraded one.
At least it's human enemy. Armor. During ranged combat, this enemy reduces your damage by 1. Okay, so it's like he has a shield.
Yeah, he does have a shield, so that's going to be a problem. You're going to have to try to do a big attack against him then. Oh, you only have 1 ammo.
Yep,
You can't
so
do the extra
I
one.
can't do any extra.
Mm.
Where are my cards?
Mm-mm.
You have my cards.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to go into melee. To kill him, probably.
So I
Although, did you ever get that card that if you do more than 5, you can kill him?
No.
No?
Nope, it's over there.
Oh, I thought you got it.
Well, I couldn't get it with the map.
Got it. That's okay then. So you're not going to be able to kill him in ranged at all. Unfortunately.
Yes, I can.
How?
I forgot I could shoot and focus.
What does that do?
Very slim chance. No, wait, never mind. I can't.
Why?
Never mind.
What does it do?
Oh, it's just saying that I could, even if it doesn't work because it gains that, but it gains me the symbol to shoot, but I would still need something more because I can't do it with 5.
Got it. Well, so you have to go into melee with this one.
Yep, so I gotta figure out a strong melee.
Yeah, I'd figure out something that's balanced on top and bottom then. Why'd you do that? She got mad at her cards and slapped it down and knocked all her pegs out. So mean to everything. No, you were 3, I think.
I was. It's around like that. That's probably how it was.
I mean, you don't have to beat him. If you just want to set up so you can at least survive, you can do that. I don't care. I mean, you don't technically have to win the battles to finish the
We're
objective.
gonna go with that one then.
Okay. Draw your card. Alright, so you got 3, which is not enough to do anything.
Nope, I only
For the
would
top.
do 1 damage, but I can't do 1 damage, so. And there goes
Was
my
there
last
something
one.
about a black cube you can exhaust at a game 1? That might be useful.
Yeah, we probably should use that. Because at least he gets 1 damage done to him.
He does get 1 damage to him, so now he has 2 left you gotta take out.
And roll a dice, Daddy.
2 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of these.
I don't like those dice.
It's not the worst outcome, but unfortunately
Yeah, I get beaten.
you get beaten. Is anything on your gun or anything on your weapon?
Nope.
Do you have anything for melee at all?
Not unless I was using a different
You
gun.
do have something for melee over there. What's the melee one? During melee
Oh.
combat you can do what?
Discard a bullet to gain 1.
Oh, you don't have any bullets left?
To gain 1 just immediate hit.
You're gonna need to forge and get some bullets next turn
Yeah,
before you trek to the last place.
probably.
Alright, so you take... So, he does 1 damage, because he has 1 attack left over.
Yeah.
He does 2 damage, but you have 1 shield,
So 1 damage on
so you take 1 damage. You successfully beat him, or don't beat him, but you successfully survive is what I meant to say. So you get 1 experience point, but he does not die, and this one gets discarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mission token.
At least he didn't get 3, because he had that 1 bonus, but it was only 4, so he only
Yeah.
had 2. So luckily he didn't make it to 3.
Oops, my peg knocked over apparently.
Again.
I hate these pegs.
And you barely touched it and it popped out again.
I was pushing it in and it popped out.
Well, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You don't push it in. It just sits there. You know that. All right.
I'm afraid I'm just going to need the table slightly and the whole thing will fall.
You might. You never know. Take the dice out of
Okay,
there.
next day, I think, right? End of day. Don't have
Did you put your
experience.
quest token down? Yes, you did. No experience to spend?
Nope.
All right.
So I think that is the end of our charade. Now please put
You
something
didn't get
down.
1 experience.
Okay, I got my experience. That.
I'm working on it. A
That.
rural and a city. So basically, if we can make it work, you want something that has a flask on it. But it doesn't matter for next turn because the event's still on. Shopping cart. Can't do a second shopping cart, so. Oh, a flask. Look at that. Actually worked out.
I'll take whichever one's the shopping cart.
Well, you're not getting it next turn anyway. Next turn's an event.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I just said. You weren't listening. Are you going to be back up anytime soon?
Yeah. I kind of dropped my cards.
Butterfinger's over here. Oh, there's a token you dropped earlier. Thank you.
Yep, token I dropped earlier. Because I am Butterfingers.
Okay. All done?
Yes.
Is that all the morning stuff?
I think so.
You didn't spend food, or are you going to keep that to do a second action?
We're gonna go fatigue.
So one morale goes down, but she still has 3 left, so it's okay.
We're gonna go forage.
I'm guessing in one of the grasslands.
But let's flip this because we already know what it is. So.
Yes, it's going to be your last story. Token. So we have one more story thing to go through. You got it?
So let's hope I don't get something horrible out of this.
You can always not do it, but you might
56.
get bad things if you don't do stuff. 56, the final story for our solo game. It is called Oliver Twisted.
I don't like that.
The way ahead is blocked by a long table, laid out in the middle of the road. A row of children are sitting there, all ragged clothes and dirt-stained faces. "Please, kind traveler," they say, looking at you with angelic eyes. "Can't we have something to eat?" What? That's creepy. Wouldn't it be creepy anyway?
Yes, there's a row of children sitting on top of a table, looking at you with angelic eyes and being like, "Can you give us some food, sir?"
I feel like they're batting their eyelashes at you.
Trying to seduce us with their cuteness.
Apparently. So if you want to give them some food, it costs a food token and you have to take a mind challenge.
I don't like those odds.
Or you can just say B and leave the kids to starve. The problem is you're low on food, so that's the only concern right now.
I'm sorry, the kids will starve.
If you want to take the challenge, I mean, you can go for it if you want to. See what happens. So it's up to you. I don't care.
You know what? Sure, let's take this.
Do you know, if you don't want to, it's fine. I'm just saying, you can go either way.
Let me see what cards I have.
Because like I said, my concern is you only have 1 food left. So
there's a very unlikely chance I will win because I have mostly zeros in my hand, so we are going to let them starve.
Okay. Your inability to help the kids makes you despair, -1 morale. So not horrible.
Okay.
You can survive that.
No! Stupid! Go down. No! I like how it's standing up, but not no.
Oh, you'll be fine.
No!
Pardon our technical difficulties over here, apparently.
Stay in the hole.
Are you done yet?
No, I'm never done.
Apparently.
Okay, now I'm done.
You're done enough.
Yes, I've done enough.
No, you're done enough.
Okay.
It's totally different.
Time to forage, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to get some food. And bullets. You don't have any bullets.
Here.
So that'll give you 2 bullets, at least 2 ammo.
Roll a dice, Danny.
Oh, yeah. You're foraging. I forgot. Oh! Lose 1 hit point. Sorry, I tried.
Too bad we don't have someone insightful. Too bad we didn't keep the little girl.
Was she insightful? Of course, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh well. And I get 2 bullets.
You might as well not worry about the food because you're going to use it. So.
And we're about to use it, so it's just going to stay there.
So now you're going to trek to the city at the bottom.
Trek there. This campsite's mine.
That campsite yours? Oh, we got the Whisperer again.
No!
What?
I don't like her.
You're going to use a cube to go faster and try to kill her. So I'll definitely use whatever range thing you can do to try to kill her off. Because if not, you have to roll a d6, and if it's higher than your mind, you're going to lose 2 morale, which is going to KO you. So you're going to have to try to do 3 damage to her immediately. So I would definitely use your big card. Whatever your biggest card is, probably that one.
Do one of these 2.
Mm-hmm. Probably that top one on the right, just because you want the extra damage, right?
There's my first one. Oh, thank heaven.
All right, so here's the attack.
Kills him.
2 plus 2, so that's 4 total, 4 damage.
Plus
2 damage.
2 damage.
Plus that, 3 damage. So it dies first try. That's what I wanted you to add.
We get.
Oh, a follower. And 2 experience.
Well, it doesn't matter. The game is about to end, so I don't care.
Yeah. Discard. Well, let's finish it up. You get a follower. This is an outcast.
Oh, is she resourceful?
Yeah, opportunistic and resourceful.
Hand me the dang
Hold on,
thing.
I'm reading it. So when the outcast joins you, if you do not have a visible mutation token, take one. During melee combat against a mutant enemy, you reduce the enemy's shield by 1. Oh, do not discard this card if you get knocked out. That's unusual. Okay, so that now completes the second main, well, the main level 2 quest, because we had to do a city, a forest, plains. You did something wrong.
What?
How'd you do 2 forest quests?
Oh, crap. Dag nabbit.
It's fine. It's really fine here. So we actually messed up, unfortunately.
Please don't correct us. I don't want to play it.
And we
I
died.
don't want to fix anything.
Well, we're not going to make it in time anyway, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, we might.
We're going to go with we die.
So, yeah. We screwed up because I wasn't paying attention. She accidentally did 2 forest quests when we had to do another rural quest to finish the quest. So actually, we did not successfully win. We actually would have lost.
Miserably.
We don't have enough time to finish up the game anymore, unfortunately. So if you don't screw up and pay attention to the land properly, unfortunately we didn't, because there was too much going on at one time when all these people showed up. Normally what would happen is if you complete the quest, like we thought we did, even though we screwed it up, you would have successfully beaten the game. Unfortunately, we did a wrong quest in a wrong location, which we weren't supposed to be able to do. So we actually did not successfully win, so we lost our solo game. But for those who are playing it correctly, at this point, we would have won if we hadn't done things incorrectly. So.
Yeah, because we would have run out of time entirely.
Yeah. We're short a rural zone.
It's just right there, actually. And the one we were going to get to.
That's what I'm saying. If you can't pick it up this turn, though.
Yeah, that was my problem.
So, unfortunately, we lost.
Miserably.
Well, I lost because we screwed up the board and I wasn't paying attention. So, I apologize that we screwed up. But other than that screw up where we ended the game, we did everything else properly other than doing the mission we weren't supposed to do in the forest.
We probably did everything.
Probably did everything correctly. If not, please correct us. We apologize for screwing up the solo mission. But essentially, that is how the solo mode plays. So just for a little bit of a explanation of things in the game, and I think we can kind of rate the game sort of at this point from what we've seen, at least in solo mode. I don't want to do multiplayer yet because we haven't actually successfully done a multiplayer game with victory points and everything. But you're going to have people who want to play the game. Now, overall, the game isn't really going to change much in gameplay. So, I don't know how many sessions of the game you'd be able to do back-to-back, I would say. I think this is a good game you could get with, I think 4 people would really make the game fun. You know, switching between, co-op teams maybe, or just playing even a free-for-all would definitely make the game interesting. Solo mode, I don't really think it's as interesting as it could be because it's pretty much very repetitive. And there are only 2 boards, I should say. There are only 2 mission objectives you can do right now in the game. So once you do both, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. The same with the recon objectives. There's only 2 of those cards, so I feel like for a real solo experience, there should have been more changes to it or more differences you could do. Maybe the developers have made more, I don't know. Now, one caveat, though, is the expansion called Resistance has an entirely different board that's called a Slave Train. You have different objectives and different quests. They actually have new solo adventures in that game, so that could have potentially expand your solo game past what it is now. So other than really, you place the same tiles down, you're still fighting kind of similar enemies. The only thing that's going to change for you is going to be the story by pulling the story tokens. So not that that's a bad thing, but you are limited to 70 different stories in the game. So once you get past all those, I don't feel like there's much else you're going to be able to do with the game. So overall, solo probably isn't really great experience for this game. It's kind of good to learn the rules maybe, and if we don't screw up like we did, unfortunately, again. But it's definitely tough to play solo. I think you'd definitely get a lot more enjoyment out of the game playing multiplayer. So just, take it as you will. Try it out if you think you're going to like it. But overall, you're still placing tiles down. You're still foraging, camping, doing all that, watching your food, watching your ammo, yada, yada, yada. And it's pretty much going to be the same experience every time. Like when we played yesterday, it's pretty much the exact same experience we had today. Nothing really changed other than the story content of when we played it.
Yeah, pretty much just yelling at the bosses about how much actually pretty much about me yelling about the bosses and how much I disliked them, and also certain monsters, and then how much the board sucked.
Right.
That's pretty much all I said.
Right. So other than that, the game experience is pretty much going to be the same for everybody in solo. So, you could probably play it a few times here and there. It does seem to take a long time to play solo. I mean, we played...
2.5 hours.
Well, but like half an hour was just chatting probably. So it's still going to be... I feel like a solo is going to be a longer experience than multiplayer. Just based on the fact that you're taking 2 turns each turn and trying to figure out what you're doing. So, of course, we're also explaining things that could take a little bit longer for doing stuff. Be careful. You're knocking into stuff. But overall, I think, like I said, I think the game will really shine in multiplayer. But we did want to show everybody how the solo experience would play, even though we played it slightly incorrectly. Sorry about that, folks. But overall, everything should still pretty much play the same. So any other things you want to add or say to the game?
No. I don't know what to say. Let's see. I kind of want to see how a melee character would play in this game. Because I think the all-around character we did with the scavenger yesterday was went over pretty well. And I think he went over decently well, but I wasn't the biggest fan of him. I'd probably see how a melee person played, and if I didn't like them, I'd probably go right back to the scavenger.
Okay. So you're saying you want to try to do another solo stream at some point in the future where we don't screw up and try a melee character? Maybe we could also try a multiplayer stream against each other and choose a melee character.
That one, on the other hand, I would willingly
because it would be good for us to do a melee
solo.
stream.
Please, no more solo.
Solo just takes a long time to set up and do stuff, so it's an interesting experience playing solo. But playing multiplayer, well, I figure out how to get the whole map on the board just because it's so dang big.
Well, I guess we only need 2 quadrants.
Well, that's true. That's true. I guess we can just use 2 quadrants. So at least we have half the map. So doing a 4-player game on stream is probably going to be very difficult unless we get a new, different setup than what we have now.
Really high camera.
But overall, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you kept along with most of the game with us. If you have any questions, feel free. We do have a Discord. I'll set up a channel for this game on the Discord. So if you have any questions, feel free to post to us. We'll be putting this up on YouTube. So if you have any questions in the YouTube, post them up there. I'll try to respond to them when we can. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping with us. And thanks for chatting. I'm Bobby.
I'm Kat.
This is Day After Day Gaming. Keep on gaming day after day.
Have a good...
You were about to say night. I know you were about to say night.
What?
Have a good rest of your Sunday.